10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
G.I. Joe is the code name for America's daring, highly trained Special Mission Force. Its purpose, to defend human freedom against Cobra, a ruthless terrorist organization determined to rule the world.
Fighting for freedom wherever there's trouble, relentless sea and air. Retreat! Retreat! G.I. Joe, hero. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe.
Well, there we go. Let's get off with a copyright warning right off the bat. Why not? I don't monetize these anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Although I've heard, I guess there's sometimes it like affects where you can watch this. I don't know. I don't know if that does that or not in the United States. I've done it before and people have still been able to watch it. So I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Geek Chat. It's Saturday night. It's time to talk about some fun geeky shit and see what goes on. And yes, we are here. There's only 4 of us right now. I don't know where Duke is. Corey wasn't feeling good, so he might not show up. But send him the invite, and then we'll see if anybody else pops in as the chat goes on. But right now it is me and Tim and Jolly and Jared, and we're here. Oh, look at that!
All the Fletcher Express family.
The
I don't have the
shameless
clip.
self-promotion.
It's not the same if I don't have the clip.
I know. I didn't send it to you.
I gotta get that fucking clip. Anyway, we got a couple of main topics tonight to go over. In addition to just whatever the hell else we end up talking about, I don't really have anything set in stone outside of. I did want to talk a little bit about the new Spider-Man movie that just came out this weekend because I've seen it twice now. And I wanted to talk about that just a bit. And then we are going to be doing, and I hope everybody did their homework, top 10 sci-fi movies of all time.
I have 2 honorable mentions too. So
I had 10 honorable mentions.
well, I got plenty more I could put on there, but
I was going through the list. I'm like, all right, these are the ones. And you know, you're going through, and I'm just like, okay, this has to be on it. This has to be on it. This has to be on it. And then before you know it, I've hit 20, and I forced myself to stop. So, plus I forced myself to only include one movie from each of the 2 major franchises, Star Wars and Star Trek. So I forced myself to just pick one movie from each for the top 10 because I could have picked at least 2 movies from each. So it was a whole thing that I put this thing together, and it was not, it was fun, but it wasn't fun because there was a lot of movies that I just, it was basically based on my mood. Any of the ones in my top 20 could have been in the top 10, but you know.
Question: are we kind of doing like strict sci-fi? I know you said Star Wars, but that, you know, that kind of falls into fantasy. Are we playing a little fast and loose with it?
What do you sci-fi? Science fiction. Anything with science that's not true applies.
Okay. Just asking.
That's all it means. That's it. Science fiction. Take those 2 words, put them together, and it's those movies. The only thing I said we would exclude is comic book movies because that's its own fucking genre.
yeah.
So
Okay. Dang.
but
what's funny, like if you search like top 10 like or top sci-fi movies, all these like websites include comic book movies. It's like
I know.
those
You know what's
don't
funny?
count.
As I looked on, because I like to just see what everybody else, when I'm putting together one of these lists, I like to see what everybody else is saying. And one of the places I always go to is IMDb because they usually have, like, you know, people go in there and rank.
I was doing the same
Number
thing.
4 was Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I'm like, the fucking thing just came out yesterday.
It
How is
cannot be on the
that?
top 10 list.
Yes, it can.
I was like, what the
Was
hell?
it that good? Was it that good?
Well, we're going to talk about it here. Fuck it.
We're
Let's
gonna
talk
get
about
there.
it now. Has anybody else seen it besides me?
I did.
Saw it this
You saw
morning.
it? Okay, so Jolly saw it. Jared's seen it. I've seen it twice now. So I will say right off the bat, I think the first one is a better movie. However, I think it's a really good movie. I really did enjoy it. In fact, I enjoyed it the second time I watched it better than I did the first. Which is normal for me. I usually go see movies like this a couple of times, and then I usually end up liking it better the second time because I'm less focused on. Like the first time I go see a movie, a lot of times I'm just over analyzing it, trying to
Rick and Morty did the Citadel of Ricks better.
Yes.
They have a horse, Rick.
Well, basically that's what it's like. The Citadel of Ricks. It's the Citadel of Spider-Man.
Yeah. I wasn't real clear on what world that was because that wasn't Spider-Man 2099's world.
No, it is.
And he's never referred to
Well,
him as Spider-Man 2099.
There's
But-
actually a theory because you remember you see him at the end of Into the Spider-Verse, like in the Stinger.
Mhm.
That comic design is very like that art style design for him is very different. There's a theory going around that that's actually two different 2099 Spider-Mans.
I mean, maybe I don't know, but
Well, they did have show. I know it's like they got so many different Spider-Mans in the background. They had duplicates running around in the background, so it's possible.
yeah, it was. And even the second time I watched it, there was times when I was pausing it, and I was trying to identify as many Spider-Man as I could, and there's just so many of them in the movie that it was impossible. And like a lot of the costumes and things I recognized as being alternate versions of Peter Parker's costume. A lot of them I recognized from some of the Spider-Verse stuff. Obviously, all the live action Spider-Man references were in there. There was a lot in there. It was a lot.
Replicated the meme a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. But the short of it is, I don't think it's as good as the first movie, but I still really enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was a lot of fun. Like I said, I appreciated it a little bit more the second time I watched it. Very important, I think, to put out there because I didn't know this the first time I watched it, and I feel like if I had known this, I would have enjoyed it a little bit more the first time. And I guess, Jared, we were talking about this the other night. I guess it was kind of leaked. I don't know why they didn't. I don't know why it was a leak. I don't know why it wasn't. It should have just been common knowledge that this is not a one and done story. This is the first at least two parts. Because if you're watching this movie and waiting for an ending and a resolution, you're going to be disappointed because it doesn't come. Because this movie basically ends in the middle of the, second act of a story. Very much
no, this
Empire
is-
Strikes Back does.
I forget who spoiled it, but it came out like some company spoiled it. Like
How is it a spoiler? People have known Beyond the Spider-Verse is coming out for years.
Well, I'm just saying, like, the story itself, just because Spider-Verse is in the name, so far that's all the movies, that doesn't mean shit. The fact that this is not a complete story with an end resolution, I think that's something people should know. This should have been, like, the first movie had a beginning, middle, and end. And yeah, it leaves things open like all movies do. But the conflict that was introduced in the first act of the movie was settled by the third act within that movie. This movie does not do that. It's basically the first act and half of the second act of a story is what this movie is, which is fine. It was good. But I feel like you should know that going in because you might be like I'm getting close to the end of the movie the first time I'm watching it, and I'm like, motherfucker, this is almost the end of the movie, and we're not even close to resolving this shit. What's going on? And then, of course, the movie fucking ends.
Yo,
Okay.
is there a Madam Web at any point involved with this?
No, not in this movie, no.
There needs to be. Why is there not Madam Web?
Because Sony's holding her back because she's getting her own movie next year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Madam Web's getting her own movie next year. That's been filming for about the last 6 months. I've seen on-set photos from the movie. So yeah, Sony didn't put her or any of that stuff in this movie because they're doing her own thing. But I will say a lot of the characters that, like Jessica Drew and the big Spider Woman robot fucking mutant thing, whatever the fuck that thing's supposed to be, that I was concerned about going into this movie, no problems at all. First of all, the big spider mutant fucking he, she, whatever the fuck that Spider Woman version thing is on screen for about 5 seconds. And that's not an issue. And Jessica Drew was actually a good character. And going into it, I was like, damn, why the fuck did they make Jessica Drew fat? Oh, well, then they explain it as soon as she shows up in the movie. She's pregnant. But they didn't say any of that shit in any of the fucking, like, there's an action figure came out. It just looks like fat Jessica Drew. I'm like, she's a Spider Woman. Why the fuck is she fat?
Yeah.
Wouldn't she just make an egg sack and lay a bunch of eggs?
Maybe, but apparently not. I don't know. But it was like one of those things where I was like, I didn't understand it going in. But when I watched the movie, it made sense. And I was like, oh, okay, that explains it. So there were things that I thought were going to bug me about the movie that didn't bug me. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to not spoil specifics of this. And as somebody who, like, the whole Spider-Verse thing in the last 20 years has gone fucking insane, and I haven't read any of those comic books. So I don't know if any of this is even mildly close to even any storyline in the comics, or if this is just an all-new story taking the Spider-Verse concept. You know, they were starting to delve into the idea of the Spider-Verse in the 90s when I was reading comics, but it wasn't a big thing at that time. It became a much bigger thing later on. And so there's a lot of it that I'm just watching it and for the first time and not knowing anything about the fucking Council of Spider-Mans or whatever the fuck all this shit is. Is that even a thing in the comics? I don't fucking know. I remember the Council of Reeds. Like, that was from the comics. But I don't know, like I said, putting all that aside, I still had fun. Thought it was a good movie. Thought it was entertaining. Thought the characters were done well. I will say I liked Gwen Stacy a lot better in this movie than I did in the first movie. Like, her character, I thought was done. I don't want to say better, but maybe she just had more to do.
Yeah,
maybe
they
that's
fleshed
what
her
it
out.
is. She just had more in this movie that you got to get to know the character a little bit better. So I liked her better in this movie than I did in the first movie. I liked that we didn't get all the exact same Spider-Man from the first movie in this one, but I was glad that we got Gwen Stacy and we got Peter B. Parker. And this is not a spoiler because it's in the trailers, but or at least it was in one of the trailers. The introduction of Peter's kid, Mayday. That was Mayday, right?
Yeah, that's Mayday. He called her Mayday.
Yeah, he called her Mayday. And her as a baby, that was fucking hilarious. I love that shit. Her jumping around and doing all the shit. I like all the Peter B. Parker stuff. I thought was done really, really well. And,
I'm glad that let him get back together with Mary Jane.
Mm-hmm. He's gotten back together with Mary Jane. They got a kid now. The kid obviously has all the spider powers and stuff. I thought that was good. It was a nice addition. It was a good movie. There's not anything I would complain about in this movie, but I still think the first movie just felt like a better movie.
Do you think it's because it was like a condensed, singular story, and this very much is a part one?
Yeah,
or maybe part two of the trilogy.
And that's not to say there wasn't a lot of stuff in it that I liked. I thought it was all cool. I can't think of anything to complain about. In fact, the things I thought I would complain about, I'm not complaining about anymore because I saw the movie and everything made sense. So I've got no complaints about it. It was a good movie, man. I mean, if you're a Spider-Man fan, go fucking watch this movie. It's a great movie. If you liked Into the Spider-Verse, definitely go watch this fucking movie. There's no reason not to see it at this point. It was very enjoyable. A lot of cool stuff in it. Again, don't know how much of it's directly from the comics or what. But and I liked, I'll be honest, I heard a lot of people after it came out yesterday and today on social media complaining about the main villain. That nobody liked the Spot and shit. First of all, the Spot was pretty fucking cool in the fact that he's a fucking loser, and then by the end realizes how powerful he is. And second, in case you didn't notice, if you've actually seen the movie, he's not the main villain in the movie. Fucking Spider-Man 2099 is.
Spot is the villain.
Spoilers.
Miguel O'Hara is the antagonist.
Mm-hmm. Spot is a villain who we get introduced to, and through the course of the movie, we learn he's going to be a bigger threat later on. But Miguel O'Hara is the main antagonist of the movie, and it's well done. He made for a really good bad guy, essentially. I mean, he's not a bad guy, but he's the guy trying to stop the title character.
He stands in the way of Miles.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. Maybe I need to watch the first one and this one back to back and see, just how I feel about both of them. But right now I'm going to stick that I think the first one's probably a better overall movie. But I had a lot of fun, man. I did. What did you give me your rundown, Jolly, without getting too inside baseball with your fucking bullshit fucking theater degree?
I really enjoyed it. I will. So I think the soundtrack from the first movie was better. Definitely, it had a lot more to do. This was a lot of kind of repeat beats.
Yeah.
The only complaint for 2.5 hours, it never dragged. Like I was never bored.
Yeah, I did not feel like it was a 2.5 hour movie.
No,
I
thought it felt like an hour and a half movie.
Yeah.
The only time I ever felt it drag was the very end. And, I won't spoil it, but that whole sequence of, when you're finding things out, I'm like,
that was,
okay,
that
it
was
just kind of keeps going.
That was my favorite part of the movie. When it's going back and forth between what Miles is doing and what Gwen is doing, and it's going back and forth right there before the end of the movie. That was my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah. I almost got mad because, Miles has that big emotional moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then, that character then starts laughing. I was like, oh God, they're not doing the James Gunn thing where, they laugh at every, or Marvel movie, but they can't have a serious moment. And I was like, oh, I see what you did there. And it made sense. So I thought that was a really good subversion.
I also like that even though Spider-Man Noir isn't in this movie, I mean, he kind of is for like a half a second, but that they still gave Nick Cage something to do. He still got
paid him that $20.
He still got to voice another character in the movie, which was a great character. Why is he wearing a mask? To hide his face. Like, what? Like, I don't know.
And him with his double barrel web shotguns.
Yeah.
That was great.
I like Nick Cage, so I'm glad he, at least in the movie, a little bit. And I have a feeling, since we saw what we saw at the end, he will be in the next movie quite a bit as Spider-Man Noir.
Yes.
Actually, the ending made me look forward to part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. It like I said, those last like 10 minutes, where, and again, this plays into why I thought Gwen was a much more likable character and fleshed out. Was you got the whole end scene with her dad, and you got Miles figuring out what's going on, and you got that back and forth between those two main characters. I thought that was just I thought that was the best part of the movie, is right there at the end where it's building up to like cut off and say, wait for part 2,
To be continued, literally.
Yeah, to be continued, yeah. I will ask you, Jolly, was there any after credit scenes in this movie? And I asked that because I didn't see it at the movies. I watched it on a website.
I hate you so much.
So it cuts off right when the credits start.
No, I don't. I only stayed for like the cinematic credits, with like all the actors.
Yeah, and there's nothing after that.
Not that I remember. It was just Miles Morales will return in Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. There wasn't a stinger or anything that I'm aware of.
It didn't feel like there needed to be an end credit scene.
No, because the ending is the stinger.
Well, it's set up to be a part 1. It's like, what are they going to show? So.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like, the scenes we got of the Spot right there at the end, and with Gwen, and with, I feel like there was really nothing to set up, but I didn't know if they had tried to put something in there anyway, so.
Yeah, because isn't it like in Infinity War, like one of the only Marvel movies that doesn't have a stinger?
No, it was Endgame.
No, Endgame. Yeah, that's right. Like Endgame doesn't need one.
No, all you get after Endgame is the
Yeah,
for some
Infinity
reason.
War set up the Captain Marvel movie, which we didn't need.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You almost had Sam Jackson say "Ilmeffer" on.
And they saved it for Peter Quill. No, so
Get in the fucking car. Or what do you say? Open the fucking door.
Yeah, something like that. Jared, did you see it in theaters?
Oh no.
No.
I was going to ask y'all because this was interesting, and I kind of anticipated, but it surprised me. The theater I was in, half the people were black, whereas every other comic book movie I've gone to, not a large population of them were black. I was like, and they really enjoyed it, really got into it. I was like, this is cool.
I can safely say for 20 years there has been no movie that I've ever gone to that I have been in the same movie as someone who is black. That is because I live in Little Mexico.
That is very true. how many black people do you interact with?
I'm also usually the only white person there too. So
you are the minority.
I am the minority where I live.
Have you ever been in a movie theater where the black? Okay, I can't even say that sentence. Never mind.
You should not say whatever you were going to say. I don't know what it was, but you should not say that. Anyway. No, yeah, I look, I had fun. I think it was a good movie. I see no complaints in it, and what more can you ask for nowadays, right? Good fun movie, nothing to complain about. Adds to the story of the first one. There you go. Right.
I'm already going to throw this out there. Beyond the Spider-Verse in the running for Best Picture at the Oscars next year. This one won't get it because it's a part one.
I mean, I don't know. I was trying to think about where I would put it in the movies that have come out so far this year that I've actually seen. And I got to say, because we've had Quantumania, we've had Renfield, the new John Wick, Dungeons and Dragons, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I'd say so far this year, my number one movie is probably still Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But I would say so far, this is number 2. So far, this is the movie I've enjoyed second most, now that we're halfway through the year. And I'm trying to think, because coming up, like, we still have Mission Impossible number 77 or whatever the fuck it is, which I know I'm going to love because I love those movies. And then we, of course, got Dune Part 2. Those are really the only 2 movies I can think of coming up over the course of the rest of the, remainder of the year that I feel like have a chance at being better than, let's say Guardians of the Galaxy 3 or whatever is already kind of at my number 1 spot. I don't know. I'm trying to remember what all comes out this year.
We've got Flash in a few weeks.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that one. Never mind.
We've got Blue Beetle, which I don't think is going to be as good, but I think it will be.
I want to see it, but I'm not expecting it to be like,
no.
Maybe it breaks the top 10 this year or something for me. I don't know, but maybe not.
Oppenheimer.
I do want to see that one, yes.
What else do we have? Trying to think. I know y'all don't care, but Killers of the Flower Moon is going to be coming out in December.
I don't even know what the fuck that is. So
it's Martin Scorsese's next movie.
Yeah, I don't care. I just don't care. We do have Meg 2. The Meg 2. I do want to see that one.
I feel like that those 2 sentences just perfectly encapsulated the difference between you and me. I care about the next Martin Scorsese movie. You care about the Meg 2.
Hey, man, the first Meg was a lot of fun. I mean, it's a stupid movie, but it's fun.
It was not. I disagree with that. I'm sorry.
It's a stupid fun movie in the way that a lot of other stupid big creature.
My brain, when you say the word Meg, I always say, "Shut up, Meg."
Shut up, Meg.
Shut up, Meg.
They wrote her off the show.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's going to be a top 10 movie or anything, but it's one I want to see. But no, like I said, Mission Impossible 77 and Dune Part 2. I think those are the 2 big ones this year that might be like best movie of the year for me. But But we'll see. We'll see. It certainly ain't going to be the Marvels. That's for sure. Which is disappointing. It's disappointing.
Oh,
It'll be like the
Transformers.
first. Unless my daughter talks me into taking her to the movies, it'll be the first Marvel movie that I will not have seen at the movies since the first Iron Man movie. Because I just don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care about Carol Danvers. I don't care about Kamala Khan. Like, if it was just a movie for Monica Rambeau, cool. I like that character. I would go see that movie. But it's only like 1/3 her fucking movie, so I don't really give a shit, you know. So, oh well, they killed it.
Monica Rambeau should have been the first cinematic.
Yeah, she should have been. She's a better character than Carol Danvers. And then they went and got a horrible actress that nobody likes to play a horrible character. Like, I mean, I get
people actually liked Carol Danvers when she was Miss Marvel because she was written completely different.
Yeah, but as Captain Marvel, it's been a long time, even in the comics, since she's been a likable character.
Yeah.
Like, they should have had Monica Rambeau be Captain Marvel, and then Carol Danvers shows up as like fucking Binary or something.
They made her even less likable during like a Secret Wars. Not Secret Wars, Civil War 2, when she was doing the Minority Report stuff, like arresting people before they even committed a crime, and she actually killed Tony Stark.
Yeah.
And
didn't he like come back as like an AI program at some point?
He did, and he basically got a clone body, because basically the Tony that's in the comics now is not the original Tony. Of course, nothing in the Marvel comics is his original characters now, because they destroyed the 616 and rebooted it.
Well, yeah, in Secret Wars they fucking destroyed everything and then had to rebuild it.
Yeah.
What did they do with the multiverse in the comics after that? Because that's when I stopped reading. Was Secret Wars was still happening when I stopped reading? Because I briefly got back into comics for a few years, right before they started doing all the Marvel Now stuff, and then I made it up until like halfway through Secret Wars. So I never saw what happened at the end with Doom World and all that stuff. I never got to the end of that story.
I checked out about the same time. So.
Yeah, I don't know how they resolved all the multiverse crap that was going on at that time.
So all the really good stories we read, basically the universe we read those characters and stuff in, doesn't exist anymore. It was destroyed.
And it was brought. Well, isn't the new new Marvel universe essentially just willed back to being by Doom, right?
I'm not sure.
Was it Doom or Doom and Strange? I know that's how they created. I know that's how they created Doom World. It was like Doom with Doctor Strange's help created Doom World.
They had that's where the God Doom came from. In the white cloak and the silver chest,
where his face was all fixed and shit, and
he ripped out Thanos' spine like it was nothing. And
yeah, but yeah, I don't know.
Corey's here.
I haven't read the con. Corey, how are you feeling?
I'm all right, man. How are y'all doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Actually, that's why I'm late. I was napping earlier. Took some medicine and passed out.
Got to get your beauty rest in.
I broke my left pinky toe yesterday evening.
You broke
my pinky toe.
Well, I mean,
I actually kicked the metal shelf, and it's like over where my workstation is. Like I was looking at something, I just sealed it. I was looking down, and a shelf fell down, and it was like propped against the rock face, and so I had immovable object meets my toe, boom.
Damn.
I thought you were gonna say you had to tell your wife twice, and then.
Never Enough MO, one of the best comic books back in 2004, Spring Power. Yes, it was. I love that series.
I never read that one. I mean, I know that's when they brought the why am I blanking on the name of that team?
Squadron Supreme
back, right? But it was like a different. It's not the version I read in the 80s. It's a newer version, right?
Yep.
Where they're they are still from an alternate universe, but now they're more like bad guys.
No, they're actually good guys. It's a complete retelling. It's like they're with Hyperion, like he was raised by the government. It's basically like a retell of the Superman story, but the government takes the baby, and he had powers the entire time. The fake parent, the government actually hired the parents. And they were terrified of this child because it vaporized the dog with its heat vision because it just spooked it. So they lived in constant fear.
Okay. What was I? Oh, you know what it was? You know what it was? I remember because I watched that the the cartoon. What was the one after Avengers Assemble?
Well, it shows you like how good it was. It's written by the same guy who did Babylon 5, and one of my favorite comic artists, Gary Frank.
Okay.
So
because I think what I'm thinking of
and Gary Frank
is I watched that show Avengers Assemble. And they had Squadron Supreme in that show, and on the show they came off as bad guys. They had come to Earth from their dimension.
Yeah, that's a different another version of the Squadron Supreme.
I think that's what I'm thinking of. Because I mean, the Squadron Supreme I remember are the ones straight from the '80s. You know, that's the ones I grew up with. That's the ones when I was still reading comics, and it was just Justice League only darker. You know. But
this is a really good adult dark story. I mean, it would be like if you were doing a TV series, it'd be like a mature R-rated series type thing.
Okay. One thing I did want to read to speak of like characters that were from the 80s that they brought back in the 2000s. Didn't they bring back Starbrand in like a mini series in the 2000s?
I think they did.
Because I know he was there during Secret Wars. He was well, at least one version of Starbrand was there when all the what do they call them when the worlds were colliding into each other? I forget what they called it when that happens. But anyway, when Captain America had to use the Infinity Gauntlet to destroy another Earth, one of the people that showed up saying, "Hey, the multiverse is collapsing. I can feel it," was Starbrand. He had showed up in Marvel, and I think it was from a different, alternate universe or whatever it was. And I liked some of not all of them because some of them got kind of goofy, but like I read a lot of the New Universe stuff in that like first year when it was out. Specifically the Starbrand stuff. And I liked it as a kid. I haven't read that stuff in a really long time, but I liked a lot of that stuff back then. And I always thought that there was at least some of those characters that deserved to kind of like stick around. I mean, the whole concept of the New Universe kind of got out of hand, in less than a year. I mean, the concept was like, oh, let's do a quote unquote new universe where it's realistic and this event happens and that changes things, but we're starting in a world that has no superheroes, no nothing. Try and keep it a little more realistic, that kind of thing. But by the time most of the comics that had come out got to issue like 8 to 10, everything had gone insane and it just turned into another fucking whole new universe and superhero, and it kind of lost the idea behind where it started, which I liked what they were doing at first. But I understand why people were like, okay, we're done with this shit. Because then it just turned into, it basically just was like, oh, well, let's just start doing everything that we're doing in the regular comics, the regular Marvel comics with these characters, and completely forget the fact that this is supposed to be a more realistic world that we're telling these stories in. And so now it's like, okay, well, now you got New Universe trying to tell the same kind of comic booky type stories that you can already read in Marvel Comics with characters that you've known your entire life that, do that stuff way better. And you're taking these characters that were created to be more realistic and having them go through ridiculous scenarios. And it just didn't work. It didn't work when they lost track of what they were trying to do. I mean, really the only time that I can remember that Marvel's ever been successful with any kind of outside of, Marvel and DC have both had their quote unquote what ifs, right? Marvel's got What If, and DC's got Elseworlds, and those stories are very popular. But and I guess DC technically had the Vertigo universe that was popular. I don't even know if Vertigo's still around. Didn't they just incorporate everything into DC now? Everything's just a part of DC. I don't think there's a separate Vertigo universe.
I think so.
But obviously, Marvel had a lot of success, and I certainly loved just about everything about the Ultimate Universe. I loved those stories. I loved the Ultimates. I loved Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Reed Richards going insane and becoming the villain. And I thought there was so much cool shit that happened in the Ultimate Universe. I know eventually didn't they just now it's all part of one universe because some multiverse fucking collapse thing. Probably the whole Secret Wars thing. Because isn't Miles now in the regular?
Yeah, they basically merged elements of the 616 and Ultimate Verse together.
Yeah, which whatever. I mean, I think the Ultimate Universe, and I know it kind of died off. There was, it was Miles or Spider-Man was one of the only ongoing titles from Ultimate Universe after about 6 years? Like after about 6 years, just about everything else died off. They stopped doing the Ultimate X-Men. They stopped doing Ultimate Fantastic Four. They stopped doing, all the different, the Ultimates got their last miniseries.
The Ultimate X-Men ran for a long time.
Did it?
I was a fan of the 2099 series too.
2099 was awesome. Obviously, I love Spider-Man 2099 and Doom 2099. I thought was great. Punisher 2099 was okay. I didn't like X-Men 2099 at all. That one never. I don't know what it was about that. That one just.
The Ultimate X-Men published from 2001 to 2009.
Okay, so about 8 years.
Yeah.
So, but after that had to be the only other long-running comic out of the Ultimate Universe outside of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because I know Fantastic Four made it to issue, 20 or 30 something. The Ultimates never had an ongoing series. They would just come out with those mini series once a year.
They ended the X-Men at issue 100.
100? Okay. Yeah, 2099 universe was really cool. There was a lot of cool stuff there. They were telling a lot of cool stories.
I wish they would. Hasbro would actually. They've done Age Apocalypse. To me, I actually like 2099 better than Age Apocalypse. I would wish they would have done figures of those.
Yeah, I would love a fucking. We've got Spider-Man 2099, but like a Doom 2099, a Punisher 2099. All the characters they introduced. Because we had Hulk 2099. We had they were introducing over the course of. How long did the 2099 thing run? About 5 years, give or take.
Something about like that.
5 years. And even though not every character that has its own regular Marvel title got a 2099 title, most of the characters were you would pop up in the comics that were being produced.
Riders do a Rider series of the 2099 Ghost Rider. I'd love that.
Yeah. There was a lot of cool stuff. Lots of cool.
The X-Men. They had so many cool looking X-Men like from the 2099.
Dude, 2099 is only 76 years away.
Will any of us make it?
No. I don't think anyone here is going to be alive by that point.
No.
Shit. How old would you be in 2099? Like, if you were still alive in 2099,
I would be 122.
I'd be 118.
Yeah, I don't think unless our consciousness gets changed into an AI program or something.
Might happen.
It might. There you go.
Well, that's basically what Ghost Rider 2099 was. His consciousness was put into a robot.
Well, no, that's the fear, right? Is like that your consciousness can be transferable between you and some sort of machine or robot, and they can download you and put you into a robot body and enslave you for all of eternity, never-ending enslavement, because you never die because you're the soul that's trapped in the machine.
Well, that Korean movie, that sci-fi movie on Netflix a while back, where that soldier was done. They were doing that with the soldier, like trying to perfect the AI. That's what basically what that story was about. It's like they were, unless you sign up for a certain type, more expensive
Oh
style.
yeah, I never watched that. I know what you're talking about. E Young or something like that.
Yeah, something
Young
like that.
E or
Young E, or I think it's it.
Young E, something like that. Yeah, I never watched it. I've got it in my.
It's kind of touches on that, where you basically your consciousness gets enslaved.
I mean, honestly, if there is a merging between humanity and machines, and there is the ability to actually download your consciousness into a computer, that's a fear. And then the other fear would be like, okay, this guy's a criminal, and to punish him, we're going to download him into this mainframe where we can torture him in perpetuity. That's pretty scary too. It's like, you're enemy of the state. You have the thought crime. You do the thing, the forbidden thing. You go against the dogma, whatever it is. You get downloaded into the torture bot, and you never get out. And you can't kill yourself.
Basically what they do to Transformers when they're imprisoned. The criminals, they destroy their bodies and just take your consciousness out, put it in storage.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no suicide. You can't kill yourself. There's no fucking, like natural end to your life, like there would be if you were in prison, like die of cancer at like 85 or whatever. Like, nope, you're just there.
You live and die, motherfucker.
Ashes to ashes and dust to silicone.
Silicone? Okay.
That would be the computer, right? The mainframe. Not the silicone you're thinking of, Jesus.
Oh, that's you're on about titties.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I knew where your mind.
I can be reincarnated as titties? Like, I don't know. But would you want to be the titties? That's the thing. I don't know. Like, you want to see the titties.
You would be
Do you want to be the titties? I don't know.
Can titties think? That's the question.
Well, can you think if you become titties? That's the question.
Well, if titties can't think, you're the titty.
Why are you getting pressed around and getting pushed up and down?
Yeah. I don't know. Who keeps licking my nose? Like, it's weird.
And the dick said, "That's nothing."
You just spelled advertisement without semen between the tits.
And the dick said, "Yeah, that's nothing. My master puts me inside of a rubber suit and makes me do push-ups until I puke."
It's true. It's true.
Talk about like a 2099 Customs Mamatsu just did a Customs Punisher 2099. I think it looked awesome.
I would love to see a good 2099 line. I don't think we ever will, though, because
it was disappointing when they reissued this Spider-Man 2099. It was a straight-up reissue. Used that terrible Pizza Spidey body it's
just slightly colored different. That's it.
Yeah, they didn't use one of the newer, like better articulated bucks, better proportions.
Dude, you have more hair on your head and less on your beard. I like it.
Actually,
you're going for that Billy Goat beard thing. I didn't, I
gotta trim my beard. My beard's starting to get long. For me, I gotta trim it up. I haven't trimmed it in like a month. So,
no, I'm saying that for a while though, like that.
Oh yeah, last year.
Sure.
The thing was, last year is you started complaining about it, so I intentionally stopped just to piss you off. So I just let it grow.
Well, it didn't work. It just made you look like a fucking hobo.
The more people said your beard's getting long, the longer I would let it get.
I remember that.
Like dime store fucking Gandalf,
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Let it grow, motherfuckers.
Fucking wish
I don't give a shit. I'm not here to impress you. Or
Saruman.
You. I don't have to give a
Well, I'm
shit.
not impressed, so just so you
Anyway. I was going to show you this, Jared.
The Batmobile?
No, not that. I bet you can. It's not lit up right now, but it's right there. Because I got the lights installed. I just need the plug. So these lights over here are working. The ones for these two shelves are up, but I don't have the AC power adapter for it yet. So I'm waiting for that to come in, and then these lights will fucking work. But no, I was going to show you this. This is the beginnings of my Ultimate Thor.
Oh, no. Oh, I like a vest. I can definitely see it. You're right. That works perfect for an Ultimate Thor.
Yeah, I just got to put these arms on it. So, and then get to painting and doing some stuff. So, yeah. So I got that in. Start tweaking that. I still got to figure out how to get the arms off, I guess. I don't know. I'll fuck with that tomorrow on your show. Anyway, I say we get right into our top 10 today, ladies and gentlemen. Because why not? Why not? Who gives a shit? Right? So the idea for those that were watching the other night when we decided to do this, we haven't done a top 10 in a long time. Top 10s essentially work like this. We all give our top 10 in a specific category, movies, TV shows, whatever we decide to talk about. We all give our top 10. We go one by one by one. We all start at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Each point or each ranking you give something is worth a certain amount of points. That way, when we're all done, we can collate all our answers and find out those movies which might have multiple votes on the panel. We add up all the points and then kind of collectively come up with a chat top 10. It's kind of how it works, okay? Pretty simple, pretty easy. We used to do this like all the time. We used to do it every week. I just haven't done the top 10 in a really long time. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Just remember, this is where it is important where you rank your movies, because the higher you rank a movie, the more point it's worth. Works like this. Okay? You rank something number 10, it's worth 1 point. You rank something number 9, it's worth 2 points. 8, 3 points. 7, 4 points. And so on until your number 1 is worth 10 points. You see how this works? If 10 people vote for something at number 10, it only gets 10 points. So all it takes is 2 people to vote for something at number 1, and it beats it. That's how it works. Weighted point system. All right. So I figure the quickest way to do this, to where we can start collating all of our answers and responses to find out what collectively would be our top 10, is instead of us all going through and everybody does their 10, then everybody does their 9. I figure we'll just go one by one. You can give us your top 10. Whilst you're doing that, I will be collating and trying to type this up as quickly as possible so that I can assign points to everything, and we will go from there. All right, everybody got it? Everybody good? Okay. How many people actually have a top 10? I know Jolly, Jared, and me do. Anybody else? Corey?
Yeah,
I got one.
I didn't do one because I forgot about it. I actually honestly didn't expect to be here today. I thought I'd be recovering from surgery, so
No.
I didn't do it.
All right. Tim, do you have a top 10?
Yeah, I threw one together.
Okay. All right. Honda's just going to be quiet because he had no clue we were doing this today. Because from Wednesday to Saturday, he's completely out of the loop because he just works and sleeps the whole time and doesn't know what's going on when he shows up on a Saturday show.
I've been rearranged my top 10 since we've been talking, because it changes from minute to minute while I move.
Pretty much.
All right. So, Tam, we're going to start with you. And I want you to give me your top 10. Don't go too fast. Remember, I'm trying to type this shit up, okay?
I sent you my list in Messenger, so you can actually don't have to type it.
Oh, thank you for being considerate. I appreciate that.
Before it changes again.
Yeah, before he's like, I don't know. Let's see. Did you send it to? Is that in order from 10 to 1 or 1 to 10?
1 to 10.
That's 1 to 10. So start at the bottom. That's number 10.
Yes.
Okay. I got you.
I moved it like 4 times since we've been talking, but that's where it is right now.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna work with that.
Number 3 is just a movie, but it's in that universe.
Okay. All right, Tim.
All right, you ready?
Old man Taylor. All right, what do you have at number 10?
All right, number 10, 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Okay, that's a good choice. I mean,
You
that's
got to remember.
solid-
You got to remember, I'm old, so there's a few older movies on here.
I mean, you are significantly older than the rest of us. That is true. So, I mean, I get it. I get it. All right, what do you got at number 9?
Westworld,
Westworld. Okay.
the old Yul Brynner movie.
All right. All right. All right. Number 8.
Aliens.
All right.
And that's aliens with an S, not the first one.
All right. With the S, I get it. All right. Number 7.
Yeah. T2.
All right. What do you got at number 6?
RoboCop.
All right. Number 5.
Total Recall.
Which one?
Arnie.
All right. All right.
And I like the remake too, but yeah, I got a soft spot for the original.
All right. Number
2
4.
weeks.
Independence Day.
All right. Here we go. We're on to number 3.
The Last Starfighter.
Oh, wow. I love that movie. I wouldn't have thought to put it in my top 10.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I love it too.
That's what we were talking about. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Number 2, Star Trek: First Contact.
All right. All right. Number 1.
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire. Very nice. That's a good list. I like that one.
We were talking about The Last Starfighter. Was it my chat or your chat one a while back? And we were talking about it'd be great if they would like redo the graphics because the CG don't hold up.
Yeah.
Oh God,
exactly.
no! The CGI sucks so bad. Even for back then, when it was new, it sucked.
Yeah, all the rest of the movie is fantastically shot, beautiful movie, and horrible graphics. It's like if they could just like remaster and just do effects and do like a special edition, I'd buy that in a heartbeat.
Oh, me too.
Hell, I'd go to the theater and watch that again, and they redid it.
All right. Jolly, are you there? Jollifer. Ollie, all come free.
Earlier, he did Be Right Back.
Well,
in
it's
the private
been
chat,
long enough.
Yeah, it has been a while.
Still trying to type in Jared's list here. Hold on, give me a second. I was waiting for Jolly to come in so I could kill some time. All right. We're like, I can type up Jared's while I'm waiting for Jolly to go through his. Nope, not at all. Let's see. Fuck. Did I fuck that up? No, I didn't fuck that up. Wait.
I can go ahead and start reading through the list while you're typing it.
Go say, I can't be mad at Jared's list.
Go ahead and start. Oh, okay.
I got that one. I got that. I'm making sure I'm getting these in the right spot here.
Okay.
Because I just fucked myself. On 10, 9, 8. 10, 9, 8. Empire. Okay. And 7. Okay. All right, I got it. It just took me a minute. Okay, I got it in there. All right, Jared, go ahead and go through yours.
My number 10 is Back to the Future, which is classic. I always can watch that one. But when I made my list, I was thinking stuff I can easily rewatch. Number 9 is The Matrix. Number 7 is The Empire Strikes Back. 6, The Fifth Element. Aliens. I'm sorry, The Fifth Element. I'm mixing my own order up. 10 is Back to the Future. 9 is The Matrix. 8 is Empire Strikes Back. 7 is The Fifth Element. 6 is Aliens. 5, Predator. 4, The Wrath of Khan, Star Trek. The 1982, not the horrible Abrams movie. Then Serenity, number 3, the conclusion of the series Firefly. Number 2 is RoboCop, and number 1 is Terminator 2.
Terminator 2. I have a feeling there's a lot of these that are going to be on the list multiple times.
I had 2 honorable mentions, like we were talking about, like old movies. I still love The Forbidden Planet and They Live, but I would like put like in right now. It's like what I want to watch it right now on TV. It's that type of thing. So had They Live on the main list for a while, then dropped off the honorable mentions for a little bit. That's why I went and just sent the list now.
Dolly, are you back yet?
I've got a list. I finally put it together.
Okay. Now that I'm typing, give me a second here. This is great content here. As I'm typing, everybody's because now I've got Tim's and Jared's, and now I'm typing mine in real quick. So give me a second here.
1 banana, 2 banana.
One of the things that Hasbro's pissed me off is like they're starting over the Squadron Supreme. We had like 3 members, and they're completely redoing it with a completely different universe, Squadron Supreme.
They're doing it again?
Yep. We started out with the classic Hyperion, Nighthawk, and Speed. Oh, I forget the speedster's name. We had 3 of them. Only needed 2 more to finish it out the group. Power Princess and Spectrum. Now they're like starting over with the newest versions of Squadron Supreme with completely different characters. They're the same names, but different looks, different designs. So we'll never finish out the classic squad.
All right. Drum roll for Honda.
All right. First of all, I've got 2 honorable mentions that had to get crossed off of my list because I put them on, but then I found more movies that I liked more.
Mm-hmm.
First of which is Sunshine, which is a great movie.
Yep.
Also, Back to the Future. It was on there, but then it got bumped. I'm sorry, it did. Number 10, Star Trek: First Contact. Thanks, Tim, for that one.
All right.
Number 9, Ex Machina. Just because I like those very heady type sci-fi movies that kind of psychologically give you a lot to chew on. It's not just special effects or whatever. Number 8.
I've actually not seen that one.
Oh, it's great. Dude. Go into it without knowing what it's about. That's the best way to watch it.
Yeah.
Number 8. This is going to be unpopular. Of all of the Star Wars movies, my favorite is Return of the Jedi, and I know that's not correct or whatever according to everybody, but fuck you, it's my list.
It's still a good movie.
No, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Number 7, Demolition Man.
All right.
Which is coming to fruition quicker than we thought.
Exactly.
No shit.
Number 6, Predator. Because I can just sit there and watch that. If it's ever on TV, I just watch Predator.
Yep.
Number 5, Aliens. for the same reason. Number 4, Independence Day, again for the same fucking reason.
It was just on the other day. My cousin was watching it.
Number 3, Fifth Element. That's one of my favorite movies, dude. Like, honestly, like, not even sci-fi or not. That's just one of my favorite movies. Number 2, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Again, if that's ever on, and I like it for so many reasons, motorcycles, guns, things blowing up, fucking AI Terminators from the future, fuck yeah. But the number 1 movie, in my opinion, of all time in the sci-fi universe,
yes,
The Matrix.
All
Again,
right.
it's got so much heady, like, different aspects to it. It's like layers of an onion as you dig into it, and you think about how it applies to reality and like the allegories for life and all the different things that go into it, along with the fact that at the time that movie came out, it was like groundbreaking in its technological advancements and the way that it would slow down time and like reverse like 360 around the person as he's dodging, but like that had never been seen before, and they copied that and everything, like everything. It's been in fucking like cartoons and shit at this point.
Yep. That's a great list. So far, these are all great fucking movies.
Oh, yeah. Limiting it to 10 is the hard thing.
I know.
Like, ask me again tomorrow, my list be different.
I know.
Yeah, me too.
Jollifer. Jolly! Fucking asshole. Anyway.
I think he's going to vote for everybody else going to vote for.
All right, well, I'm going to do my list then. All right. In at number 10. I just love this fucking movie. Can watch it over and over and over again. Galaxy Quest. Who doesn't love Galaxy Quest?
It's all right. It's good.
It's comedy sci-fi. I grant you, but I love it. I love it.
Communist.
It may be one of the best Star Trek movies ever. All right, number 9. I've got. Hold on, I just screwed up my list. Hold on. Just realized I screwed up my list. Yeah, number 9, I've got The Martian. I don't know why. This is a movie I can watch over and over and over and over and over again.
I thought about putting it on my list too, to be honest.
I just find it endlessly entertaining, even though most of the movie is just Matt Damon growing potatoes in shit. I don't know why. I just fucking love this movie. All right. Number 8 is Fifth Element. We talked about this extensively the other night on one of the shows. I was talking about how this is where we came up with the idea, by the way. We were talking on Wednesday night, and I was talking about how I think it's easily one of the top 10 greatest sci-fi movies of all time, and that's how we decided to do this. But so yeah, Fifth Element definitely on that list. Number 7, one that I haven't heard anybody mention yet, that I think is one of the coolest time travel movies ever made. Looper. I love Looper. I'm not a big fan of Rian Johnson and what he did to Star Trek, Star Wars, whatever the fuck. It doesn't matter. Might as well have been Star Trek. But Looper is fucking great. And just the time travel in that movie, the way it's done, it's fucking cool. I love that movie. Number 6. Number 6, I've got Sunshine. Love Sunshine. Fucking love that movie from the first moment I saw it. When I first saw it, I said it's one of the greatest sci-fi movies I've ever seen in my life. So Sunshine at number 6. Number 5, we get to a Star Trek movie. I told you guys ahead of time, I limited myself to one Star Trek movie and one Star Wars movie. Okay? And the Star Trek movie I decided to go with was First Contact. I know a lot of people can be pissed off. What about Wrath of Khan? I fucking love Wrath of Khan. But today, my mood was First Contact. I think they're the 2 greatest Star Trek films of all time. And depending on my mood, I might like one more than the other. Today, my mood told me to go with First Contact. So that's what I went with. And at number 5, speaking of Star Wars, the one movie I chose from the Star Wars franchise. Again, 2 greatest movies in all of Star Wars. My opinion, obviously, is Empire Strikes Back and Rogue One. Today I was feeling Rogue One. I was feeling Rogue One today, so I put that one at number 1 or at number 5. Number 3, it's already been mentioned many times here today. Terminator 2, fucking phenomenal movie. Number 2, another movie. It's been mentioned several times already today. Aliens, because come on, it's fucking Aliens. Sci-fi masterpiece. And number 1, what I think is just the best sci-fi movie of all time with everything that it introduced. I got to agree with Honda. It's The Matrix. The Matrix, the greatest sci-fi movie of all time.
Yeah.
I mean,
in so many different ways. Like, those sequels just didn't do any justice to it, and that's fine. But as a standalone movie,
yeah, the first movie is just like a perfect sci-fi movie. It's phenomenal.
Not to the same extent. It's like the Matrix. I mean, not the Matrix. The same actor, John Wick. I love the first movie the best because to me, you can watch it as a standalone movie.
Yep, it's a phenomenal movie, man. Matrix
Shady's back, boys.
Yeah. Oh, there you are.
Just in time. Finally.
I did, yes. Sorry, my family was yelling at me for not spending quality time with them.
Fucking asshole.
I know.
Is that? Oh, I was gonna make an incest joke. Never mind.
Well, you know. Is it too late to do my list?
No, you're just in time.
Literally just in time. What's your number 10?
Okay, number 10, I'm going Cowboy Bebop, the movie.
You don't even have to write that one down because no one else voted for it, and it's his number 10, so it's not even going to make the list. Go on.
Number 9, The Matrix.
Okay.
All right. Number 8, Akira.
Okay. I like that.
7, Back to the Future.
I like that too.
6, Blade Runner 2049.
Thank God you said that one, because
were you the only other one?
The first Blade Runner is so overrated, in my opinion.
I really like the first Blade Runner, but again, I'm old, so you know.
I have more fun with the second one.
Second one is a better movie.
I've never seen the second one. Is it worth watching? I guess it's on Jolly's list.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
It's worth watching. It's good.
Yeah.
Number 5, I also went with Rogue One. I think it is the best Star Wars movie, even though it is kind of the least Star Warsy.
No, it's not. It's the most Star Warsy.
Well,
it's all about the rebellion and the Empire.
It's the most warsy.
It's the story of all the stuff that happened that they mentioned in episode 4.
Number 4, WALL-E. Don't you dare just bash little WALL-E. He's adorable.
I really like WALL-E. I would not have put it in my top 10, but I think I like that movie a lot.
I mean,
I didn't include any animation because I figured we was doing all live action. So
yeah,
the reason I guess I don't like it is because when the kids were little, I'd be like, "Hey, what do you guys want to watch?" And they'd be like, "WALL-E, WALL-E," and then we'd watch WALL-E, in which there's no talking at all. And I think I don't know. I just watched.
You are right. The first third of the movie is practically silent.
Yeah.
Number 3, Everything Everywhere All at Once. It was my number 1 movie last year. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Dune, the Denis Villeneuve version, not the other one. We don't talk about the
Dune
other
Part 1. Let's call it Dune Part 1.
Yes, Dune Part 2, or Part 1, because he's French.
Dune Part Dune.
Yeah, and then number 1, Ghost in the Shell, the original Ghost in the Shell.
Thank you for clarifying that, because if you had said that,
not the ScarJo one.
If you had said that, I would have had to fucking fly over there and slap the shit out of you.
That's saying a lot because he never flies anywhere for anything.
I know. That's how bad that would have been. All right. Now we get to the point where I got to sit here and use math skills to add shit up. So, fucking talk about something. I don't know what to tell you. I got to add.
All right. When we was talking about when y'all were talking about the new Spider-Verse movie, y'all mentioned the Spider-Man Noir. Has anybody done an action figure of that one?
There's been 2.
Yeah.
Actually,
I've
3.
got both of them. There's
Okay.
3?
Are they any good?
Whoa, is there actually a movie, Care Bear versus Smurfs? Is that a real thing?
I'm trying to think. Are there 2 or 3 noirs? I know there's a comic book version. The movie, the Into the Spider-Verse one. Was there a third one? Maybe there's just 2. I think you're right, Matt.
Okay, who would win, the Care Bears or the Smurfs?
I
Like
mean,
some twisted universe where they're forced to fight each other. Like Gargamel comes in and casts a spell on the Smurfs and makes them fight the Care Bears, right?
I mean, the Care Bears have actual magical powers and abilities. Like the
So do the
Smurfs
Smurfs?
just kind of do they though?
I mean, they use magic. They don't have magic abilities, I guess, but there's magic in their universe.
Yeah.
I think the gummy bears would come in and just screw them all up.
The gummy bears would roll in,
they'll take your gummy bear.
Give them that smoke.
But here's the thing about the Care Bears: like their powers are like love, and then what does that do to a Smurf? That's not going to hurt a Smurf. What do the Smurfs do? They like build contraptions and do things. They're like little elves. They're like little Keebler elves. So I think they could come up with a bear trap.
What's the Smurfs?
That is a very twisted mental exercise, and I kind of like it.
Well, plus the Smurfs are a nasty bunch anyway. There's a 99 guys and 1 girl, and they're all blue, so figure out there's something going on there.
Yeah, there's like the grouchy Smurf, Grandpa Smurf.
Yeah, y'all talk about me like, geez, the Smurfs, the real.
But you just like have a litter and explode, and then like have like a bunch of new like male Smurfs and 1 new female every litter.
Well,
Just
here's
have,
my
like,
question.
the Smurf orgy annually.
Because Smurfette was actually made by Gargamel, right? So how did all the male Smurfs show up?
They're like mocklins. They lay eggs.
Do they just like, are they like single cell organisms and they just like
they eat enough Smurf berries.
Cell divide.
Yeah, they eat enough Smurf berries. They'll divide.
Well, they're like bees. Like we just have like 1 queen, you know.
There's like a time loop. There's been many Gargamels and very many Smurfettes, and it's just an endless loop.
You know, Gargamel is actually a demon from Jewish folklore that would go and like capture children and torture them and kill them and eat them.
The Smurfs are a lot older than people think too. Like they're from 1958.
It's just funny the word Gargamel, like the origin of it, if you look it up.
I did not know the idea or whatever the Smurfs have been around that long.
Mm-hmm.
And I completely forgotten that Gargamel had made Smurfette.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, to be honest.
Yeah, Smurfette was a golem type thing, and then they.
Yeah.
Gummy berry juice would fuck everybody up. Yeah, that's all they ever wanted, right? Was the little fucking berries. Like the Smurfs just wanted the berries from the bush. What did the berries do? Didn't it give them like magic powers or something? I thought it did something like that. It's been so long since I've seen the Smurfs.
I thought it was just their sustenance. Like it's what they could eat.
Yeah, but Gargamel always wanted the berries to do like potions and shit, though, didn't he?
I thought he wanted like Smurf DNA to do it.
Oh, maybe.
Like
again, it's been a long
Smurfs. I don't know. I'm also kind of basing it off the movie.
How's your math going there?
It's going.
Isn't Jolly part Asian? Why didn't you have him do it?
And if you think about it, though,
I didn't get that gene, man.
Oh, you didn't get the map.
If
You just got the
Gargamel was able to create Smurfs, and he wanted to eat Smurfs, why don't you just make them and then eat his creations?
I don't know. Maybe he needed was one of those things that like it required too much magic that he would get back out of it. He needs like the negative calorie Smurfs. Never figured that one out.
That's why he's trying to get their berries away from them so they can stop eating, so they're not as filling.
Well, no. Like his Smurfs he would make, they need to be negative calories.
Wait,
No. Wait. I think I've got that backwards. I don't know. I'm not a Smurf physical therapist.
I've heard when you eat popcorn that doesn't have any butter or salt on it, it takes more energy to digest it than you get out of it.
Yeah, same thing with celery.
Honda, where did you have Sunshine on your list?
Sunshine was on honorable mentions.
Oh, it was honorable mention. That's what it was. Okay, sorry. Oh, that's what I'm trying to. Yeah. Okay.
Sunshine. That's the one where they got to fly the big spaceship to restart the sun or save the sun or something because it's collapsing or some crap.
Yeah, they take all the heavy materials from the Earth and put it in one package and fly it into the sun with the hopes that it'll increase the mass of the sun to the point where it starts burning hydrogen again.
They nuke the sun, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, I've only seen that movie once, and it's been a long time ago. So
you get a big enough nuke, I could see it working.
Did you know that they were planning on nuking the moon? Like during the arms race?
Oh yeah, I've heard a story about that where they were thinking about it.
Yeah, the plan was basically to just like make a spectacle about blowing up the moon so no one fucked with America again.
Okay, we kind of need that to live.
We do need the moon.
Well, I don't think they blow it up.
Yeah, they kind of figured that part out and decided against it.
They just turn the whole surface into nuclear glass, basically, is what they would do.
Well, I'm pretty sure that would probably have like horrific effects on like the tides and everything. Like probably throw us into ecological disaster.
It's one of the things that helps aerate the ocean too.
I don't know. Plus, the aliens on the dark side of the moon wouldn't appreciate it very much.
No, we had to get rid of. We could have gotten rid of the Decepticons early. Freaking Shockwave's just up there, and he's just like, "All right, any day, Megatron's gonna call me." Who turned on the sun?
I think I mentioned before. My picture.
Have you heard the conspiracy about the aliens on the dark side of the moon? Like they've got like the Apollo astronauts that they've interviewed and like the black box recordings of them talking about, because like when they go around to the dark side of the moon, they're out of radio contact with Earth. So the black box was the only thing recording them, and they were talking about like the sounds that could be heard and the campfires below is what it looked like and all these other things. And they get back in radio contact and they're like, oh, everything's normal.
Mm-hmm. All right, we have our top 10.
Cool.
All right, is everybody ready? This is collated according to the point system, as I said. In at number 10, and only in at number 10, because Jolly voted it as number 1, so it got 10 points. Ghost in the Shell.
Ha ha! My Japan roots reign strong.
All right. Number 9, we have Rogue One. Number 8, Empire Strikes Back. Number 7, RoboCop. Number 6, Independence Day. Number 5, Fifth Element. Number 4, Star Trek First Contact. Number 3, Aliens. Number 2, The Matrix. And in at number 1, because more people mentioned this, because I think it was on everybody's list, almost everybody's list somewhere. So it just accumulated more points than anything else. Terminator 2. Terminator 2.
Bad list.
That's a good list. That's a lot of good movies.
Oh, yeah.
6 of them were on my list.
It is.
Yeah.
And if only ScarJo's Ghost in the Shell followed the actual movie, the anime, it would have been a lot better movie.
Now, real quick, I do want to go through. I want to go through my honorable mentions, some of which were mentioned, some weren't. So my honorable mentions were the original Day the Earth Stood Still. Great movie. Independence Day, which was mentioned. Empire Strikes Back, which was mentioned. Wrath of Khan, which was mentioned. The rest of these movies were not mentioned. Weird Science. Science fiction. Fucking love that movie.
Yeah, that's the all-time greatest at-home experiment.
Yes. Another very, very trippy, cool, but somewhat creepy time travel movie, which I love, but it is no doubt creepy as shit. Predestination. Anybody seen this one?
Nope.
Sounds familiar.
Oh,
I won't
know of
tell
it.
you
Oh, it's
what it. I won't tell you what the twist of it all is, because that ruins the entire story. But if you like time travel movies that are done very well, wonderfully written, check out Predestination. It's weird as shit. I'll just leave it at that.
Actually, I don't think I've seen that.
It's a very good movie. I like it a lot.
Got Ethan Hawke in it?
Yeah, Ethan Hawke's in it. Yeah. It's a very weird time travel movie. Anyway, next up, also Ready Player One. I love this movie. This movie is fucking phenomenal. This is one of those movies I can watch over and over and over again. They did such a great job with that movie. I've never read the book, so if you've read the book and you're like, that's not as good as the book, I can't tell you anything because I never read the book. So sorry, I guess. Logan's Run. Who remembers Logan's Run?
I do.
Fucking love Logan's
I own
Run.
it.
Love that damn movie. Such a great fucking movie. Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat, or whatever.
That's a good
All
one.
We Need Is Kill. Whatever that movie wants to call itself, I don't really give a shit. It's a fucking phenomenal movie.
Mecha Tom Cruise. We're just gonna leave it there.
Yes. And then lastly, I love Interstellar. I think it's a great movie. It's a great sci-fi movie. Really well done.
Mm-hmm.
Really well done. So yeah, those are my honorable mentions. I had 20 movies total. All of which were great. Everybody's picks were great, except for those movies Jolly brought up that I don't even know what the fuck they are. Oh, he brought up Cowboy Bebop. Really, dude? Really? Cowboy
What?
Bebop?
Yes.
Well, if it's going to go anime, the original anime Cowboy Bebop is really good.
Yes, it's the original anime movie.
Come on, Jolly.
What? Sorry, I have taste. Like,
Hang up your.
I didn't pick any. I thought we were all doing live action, so I didn't pick any.
No. I was also thinking about.
Jolly always has to come in here with something weebish or artsy that nobody's ever heard of.
Plus, two, the
Jolly.
I've avoided anything animation because most of them's connected to manga.
When we did
comic book,
yeah, when we did our top 10 movies of the year last year, Jolly actually put a movie on the list. He's like, "Well, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it's really good."
It hadn't come out yet.
Hey, you can't do that.
Then how do you put the movie on your top 10 list?
I told you when I said that, y'all can use that vote for Top Gun Maverick.
I'm just saying.
And what ended up winning the whole
Didn't
thing?
you get
Top
like
Gun
a
Maverick.
film degree?
And look where I work, in a warehouse.
But they also said
I have inventory control in a warehouse.
They also said Captain Marvel was going to be a good movie. That never got.
You know what I think all this like film art degree and like fancy talk is making up for? The inbreeding.
I was going to say my lack of a father, but you know.
I mean,
dark.
There's too many fathers. You don't know which one it is.
I know. There's like 3.
It could be daddy uncle, daddy granddaddy, or you know.
You're one of them. Hope you know.
I am one of them. That's true.
Brother daddy.
Brother daddy.
No, Matt, you're just fother.
Fother. I'm sorry, Jolly. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and just for a little tidbit of information, when I put my list together, I was standing in front of my bookcase with my sci-fi movies on it. So
I also was looking off to the side, like, okay, what movies do I have over there?
Mm-hmm.
You crazy kids and your physical copies of things.
I know. I got a ton of shit in my garage. I keep telling myself someday I'm
Hey,
going to
if
bring
you
it
own
back up into the house and
if you own the physical copy, then you don't have to worry about it being removed from streaming services.
That's
It's
true.
there.
Yeah.
And if the internet goes down, still watch it.
Yep.
I wish I had room. I'd love to have, because I used to, for years and years and years, I always had all my movies out. I would always have bookshelves, racks, and shit, in the living room. And then I decided one day I was like, we don't go through this stuff anymore. Let me just put it up so it's in boxes in the fucking garage. And now I kind of want it out again. I don't know.
It makes me sick when I think about it. How much money I spent in early 2000s money on DVDs that I don't even have anymore. All of that money I should have just bought Apple stock or something,
Bitcoin.
Oh, that wasn't a thing until 2009, but yeah.
If you had saved that money until 2009.
Yeah, that would have been the
because
smartest
you
thing.
knew about the future in Bitcoin.
It's hey, they're going to make this thing in 7 more years called Bitcoin.
Yeah.
It's going to go up from 10 pennies a coin to $63,000 a coin.
When would you cut off? I would if I could go back, I would tell myself, okay, buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin in December of 2009.
Yeah.
And I would tell myself, I think I would tell myself to sell it in October of 2017.
Yeah. Or you just tell the price to sell it at. Wait till it's $60,000.
Yeah, because I think October 2017 was the first time it was at 56,000. And then it fluctuated and bounced around since then, but it was a steady, strong stream of up to that point. And so up to that point would be real easy to cash in, right? Everybody wanted Bitcoin. And then after that, it kind of started bouncing around to where the market became a little more unstable. And while it technically did go up to more than that, that'd be a great fucking time to sell. Can you imagine having invested $1,000 in 2009 and cashing out when it hit $56,000 a fucking coin?
How much money
would that be? How much could you have bought for $1,000 in 2009?
I was listening to an interview with Alex Jones, and he was talking about how, I forget the name of the guy, but he's some financial dude who was talking to him during an interview and brought in a USB with 10,000 Bitcoin and gave it to Alex Jones, and Alex didn't know what to do with it or how it worked, and he just had so much on his plate that he just he lost it, and he doesn't know what happened to it.
Dude, there's a bunch of people who had that happen.
And 10,000 Bitcoin, if you'd sold it when it was 69K or whatever, that would have been almost enough money to pay for his $1 billion lawsuit.
Fucking nuts, dude. Well, wish in one hand, shit in the other, and see which fills up faster. I don't know. Oh well. We got a super chat coming in from Daniel. Says all you got to do is put 20K in the S&P, and it's 1 million over 30 years. Because I'm sure we'll have an economy in 30 years. It'll be fine. I'm sure 30 million will be worth in 30 years what it is today. I have no fucking faith in the future of our country right now with the way shit's getting fucked up. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to turn this into a political chat. I'm just saying, no.
Oh, man.
Okay, to bring it back to the geeky side.
Yes.
We've talked about over the past couple of weeks Galaxy Quest and Spaceballs.
Yes.
I watched them both back to back, and I still stand by the fact that I think Spaceballs overall is a more fun movie for me to watch.
Yeah.
But if you want to break it down to which,
go ahead.
But if you want to break it down to which one has the more cool ship, then that's got to go to Galaxy Quest because I think it's just cool. The Flying Winnebago, yes, it's a big joke and it's funny and all that.
How cool!
And then if you go by the female leads, and it's Sigourney Weaver or Daphne, whatever the hell her name is.
Zuniga.
Yeah, whatever. Sigourney Weaver. And then there's that totally immature part of my brain that goes, cleavage, cleavage, cleavage. But anyway.
Well, like I said, I both movies are probably the two best sci-fi comedies ever fucking made.
Yeah.
And they're both phenomenal. Like I said, it's just, if both movies are on right now in my life, I'm probably more likely to sit down and watch Galaxy Quest than I am Spaceballs. Not by much, but just by a little. So, but that
and I will say, because I remember when I watched Quest,
because I have seen Spaceballs so many times since it was first released that it may just be, I just haven't seen Galaxy Quest as much. So it, you know what I mean? Like, it's not.
Spaceballs is great.
Yeah,
What's sad
that can
is,
have an impact.
I would love to see a line of like NECA do Spaceball figures, but they can't. It was part of the deal when they made Spaceballs. They can't do merchandise.
And how cool would it be to have a Space Winnebago?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
You drive around and time to go to bed. Barf. Your turn to drive. Good dog.
Well, I would like to have like a model with like starships and have the space Winnebago.
Yep.
Which is basically what the Millennium Falcon was. Space Winnebago.
It's true.
Pretty much, yeah.
Then he later on he goes on to save the world and give the speech on the Independence Day.
He does. Greatest fucking speech in a movie ever.
Don't do it, Matt. Don't do it.
I can do it because I have that memorized.
Don't do it.
I won't.
And I'll also say, seeing Sigourney Weaver in Galaxy Quest, and it also applies to Angelina Jolie in that Gone in 60 Seconds. Seeing them as blondes just seems wrong.
I think Sigourney can pull off the blonde better than Jolie.
And Angelina, yeah. But still, it just seems wrong because they're both brunettes, and they need to be brunettes.
Yeah.
I used to think Angelina Jolie was hot, but then she got all like old and liberal, and now she just reminds me of some sort of like Hollywood witch.
Well, plus she went vegan too. Veganism. Anytime anybody goes vegan, they look awful.
Dude, okay, so Angelina Jolie used to have curves.
Mm-hmm.
And now she has the body of like a 13-year-old boy. She is so fucking flat and skinny. It looks bad. You can like see the shape of her skull through her fucking face.
Yeah.
Through the skin on her face. Like when she was
This
younger,
is all true.
she had a fucking hourglass shape. She had like hips and tits.
She was
and
like
ass.
the hottest women in Hollywood when she was
Yeah.
young.
And now she just looks bad. She just looks fucking bad.
It was like his Billy Bob. The Billy Bob run her through.
Maybe.
He just gave her the D so hard that she turned into...
I don't know if he gave her the D. He might have gave her HPV or something.
Yeah, he gave her HIV. Full-blown AIDS.
Full-blown AIDS. What do you got there? Oh, is that...
Dazzler. It's the Mojo Dazzler. Took some parts off the retro card at one, which is horrible body. I gave her the jacket. I gave her the upper torso to one of the retro cards, and give her the sleeve cuff and the belt.
I like the one you got there. The brighter blue and the brighter star looks better.
Yeah.
The one you...
They're actually the same star. It's just the light catching it.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay. But the one you've got there on your right,
this one,
the blue is brighter.
It is a little bit brighter blue. That's why one of the reasons I put the vest on too. I changed out this torso, but on this one, but the torso on here had like a defect on it. So I just used
I like the one you've got there on your right better as far as like the overall look, except for the fact that I like Dazzler with her short hair. I
miss the days of like, I miss the days of comic book girls who were like super hot, chesty as hell, basically naked, and then running around like blasting fools with their superpowers.
Yes.
Well, Hasbro's got a thing with women with curves. They don't like to make figures with curves.
Right, and well, that's how it is now. Like that, they're making them all androgynous, and like
which is, I was really surprised though with the current wave of figures, the Chod wave, got the some of the Starjammers in it. One of the X-Men women actually has a big bust size. I was like, how did you sneak that through? It's a new torso.
Fuck knows. I did just pick up Chamber. For not because I give a rat's ass about Chamber, because I'm going to make another Ghost Rider out of him.
Oh, I've seen really cool Ghost Riders.
Although you got to change either his lower legs and his feet, or his feet, because he's wearing fucking dress shoes for some reason.
Yeah, they use a horrible lower that Phil Coulson body on the bottom.
Oh, is that what it is? It looks fucking stupid.
And the
feet,
those feet are curved like this, so they rock.
I gotta change that out. I might see if I can find good lower legs with boots on them or something, and change out the whole lower legs. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to, or if I'm just going to change the feet, but you got to do something with that, and then swap out the head. So I think I'm going to get a custom. I found a custom 3D printed head online that looked pretty cool. It's only like $7, and there's a guy that I've bought stuff from before in eBay, and so I might pick one of those up and use that, because I don't have any spare Ghost Rider heads right now. I mean, I've got the spare Ghost Rider head that came with the retro one, which just looks stupid. Which is just like, he looks like Johnny Blaze. It doesn't. It's just his regular fucking face with fire hair. It just looks dumb.
Yeah. So it works for like a Human Torch head too, if you want.
Yeah, it looks like Johnny Blaze. That's what it looks like. It doesn't look like Ghost Rider. So I don't know why they did that, but I think I'm gonna make a custom of that one, just for shiggles. I got Corsair, because I like Corsair. So those are the only two that I was interested in out of that wave. I don't really care about the other ones. So, and when I redid all my shelves, I pulled down like 25 figures that are all McFarlane shit that I'm getting rid of.
So forgive my ignorance. Was Corey's thing today because it got postponed?
No, it was supposed to be yesterday, but it got postponed because of he didn't get enough to pay for the upfront portion of it, which is why he's got his GoFundMe that he's got.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get enough money to get the surgery scheduled. He has to come up with I don't want to say exactly how much. I don't know if he wants everybody knowing, but it's a lot. A few $1,000s up front before they'll even schedule the surgery. So
I mean, I gave $50. Sure, can you share the fucking the link?
Let me find it. Yeah, let me find the link here and put it out.
I've donated to it a couple of times, but
let me find it. Let me fucking find it. Where the fuck is it? I thought he had sent it to me.
It's in Discord, I know.
I thought he sent it to me on fucking Facebook. Let me find it on Discord.
I'm pretty sure it's in your general on Discord.
Yeah, I just got to find it. Because he needs to get that surgery pretty fucking quick.
Well, we were talking about like how fucking inefficient and shitty the fucking healthcare system is. But when they start moving quickly, it's like, oh, like, look at them go. But it's also scary at the same time. Like, why are they moving so quickly? You know?
Yeah.
And they were moving pretty quickly. And now the thing holding them up is money.
Yeah, I know.
Daniel posted it in the chat.
Oh, thank you, Daniel. Fucking shit. I can't find it for shit. I don't see it in general. Oh, thank you, Daniel.
No, I can't fucking copy that, can I?
No, you have to copy it from the thing. Yeah. But anyway. What other geek topics do we have for today? What?
I was going to say, you probably have to copy it from YouTube, not from StreamYard.
Yeah. I was able to right-click it and open a new window in StreamYard.
Okay.
I mean, highlight it, then open a new window.
Well, I can't do it because I'm in the show, and so whenever I click on anything on a comment, it just shows the comment on the screen. It doesn't give me an option to copy and paste. And Honda, because he's a mod on my StreamYard, he's in the same position. He can't.
Here,
If he clicks on any comment.
It's in the private chat now.
Ah, thank you. There we go.
Yar.
Let's see. Anybody else in here watch Black Mirror?
No.
No Black Mirror. No one. Well, because season 6, I think, is coming out. And first of all, if you like Twilight Zone, Black Mirror is definitely a good show to watch. It's very Twilight Zone-esque, except it plays a lot on, I guess, the you know how Twilight Zone, a lot of what it played on was like fears of the time, you know? Well, that's what this does. This plays on like fears of the time. So there's lots of episodes having to do with like AI. There's one episode that's all about how social media controls people's lives and how bad that can be when people try to live for that. There's episodes where, you know, there's like one episode where, you know, people have, you know, they just live in this fucking bubble and they're always surrounded by ads and all this shit. Like, it's real.
I did watch that one episode where the guy created like the virtual reality and was copying people he hates personalities.
Yeah, it was kind of like an episode of Star Trek in the VR.
Yep.
Yeah,
And he was basically torturing them, their consciousness. Yeah. And
that's probably the best episode. At least for me, anyway. Yeah, it's a really good show. It's very Twilight Zone-esque, but just, you know, more modern, playing off real world fears. It's kind of like, oh, let's look at the things wrong with society now and let's extrapolate that into how that could turn out really fucking bad in the future. It's kind of like that. Anyway, it's a good show. I like it a lot. I don't remember if it's season 5 or season 6, but anyway, there's a new season coming out, I think this month. It's either this month or next month. And this time what they're doing, instead of doing like, you know, 6-hour-long episodes, they're doing 5 movies on Netflix. So there's going to be 5 feature-length stories. Anyway, they just dropped the trailer like day before yesterday, and it looked pretty cool. Yeah, if you like sci-fi or Twilight Zone or any of that shit, man, fucking Black Mirror is a great show to watch. I think I'm probably going to, me and my wife are probably going to binge watch it again before the new season comes out, because we've only ever seen the episodes, you know, once each or whatever. And it's really good, man. It's cool because it's kind of Twilight Zone-esque sci-fi, but at the same time, it's like very tuned in to like, hey, this is the bad shit that could go wrong with the shit we're doing right now. And especially with like the social media and all that crap. So it's cool. It's cool. I highly recommend it. It's a great show. Definitely worth checking out if you haven't watched it. And they're all on Netflix because it's a Netflix show. So everybody's got Netflix nowadays, or access to Netflix shows via F movies. Whatever you want to do, doesn't matter. But
I get free Netflix with my phone service. So.
See, there you go. Netflix is
one of the benefits of being old.
Yeah, Netflix is basically almost just like another network now at this point. Almost everybody fucking has it, you know. So it's kind of like Amazon. So, although I've been thinking about canceling Netflix. I've been thinking about canceling all my streaming services except for Amazon, because the shipping of Amazon pays for itself.
That's the only one I have.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting rid of. I just got rid of HBO or Max or whatever.
Wait, how much do you pay for that shit every month? Like everything together? No, I'm saying for all of your subscription services.
So I've got the ones I have. The main ones are Netflix, HBO, Amazon, and Disney. Because we do get Paramount, but Paramount is free with our Walmart subscription, where we get, you know, we pay $100 a year for Walmart, and you get your groceries or whatever you order delivered to the house for free. So we get that free. I got rid of Hulu like last year. I didn't even know why the fuck we had Hulu. I never watched it.
The only thing I ever watched on Hulu was Orville.
Yeah, and that's the thing though, is I watch everything on fucking F movies now. Like there's no, but so like yeah, and that's the thing. So Amazon I pay for yearly, which I think now is like $120 a year, but it's still worth it just because of the shipping alone.
Mm-hmm.
Disney I pay for once a year.
Mostly don't cancel your Batmobiles, bastards.
Yeah, they won't cancel your Batmobile. They didn't cancel mine.
You remember paying for cable TV? It was like
Yeah.
75, 85, $100 a month, depending on what you're pay, what plan you
I used to
have.
pay about $100 a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still do.
I have not had cable TV since like 2006. Just fuck that shit. I'm not paying for that. I have internet, and I've had internet since 2006.
I got rid of cable in 2017. And like I said, right now, if you take Amazon and split it up on a month-to-month basis, I pay basically $10 a month for Amazon. If you take Disney, which I pay $70 a year for, split that up amongst 12 months, that's what, $6 a month. Netflix is now like 20, and HBO was 15. So that's what, 35, that's like $51 a month between those four services. That's like $41 or $51 a month that I pay for those things. And like I said, I think other than Amazon, I'm going to get rid of all of them. I don't have to get rid of Disney for several months because my renewal date isn't until like November because I already paid for a full year. But
yeah, dude, F movies is the shit.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of Netflix and because that's the most expensive one. Netflix and HBO Max are the two most expensive ones, and I think those. I already got rid of HBO Max yesterday.
HBO Max has got the worst interface too.
Yeah, I hate the new interface. When they went to just Max, it's fucking horrible. It was bad enough. It already wasn't as good as like Netflix and shit before, and it got even worse when they went to the new app, the new Max app, when they changed the name.
Okay, I never even had it since it's been Max. I don't like the fact you can't tell it I'm not interested in stuff. At least Netflix will let you do that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's I dumped HBO.
Yo, can you F movies or solar movie on your smart TV? I've never tried.
Yes, if you have a browser, which you can just usually download a browser app on your smart TV. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
noted.
I usually just cast from my phone to my TV to watch F movies or solar.
Your phone or whatever, or you do like what we've got, which is we just have a cheap little computer that sits behind the television with a wireless keyboard and mouse that we just use, and you can just switch it to that input whenever the fuck you want and use it like a giant 75-inch computer screen.
That's how I used to roll, dude. I just had that shit in my living room, and I'd have the keyboard and mouse on the coffee table, and that was the remote. Shitty 50-inch fucking rear projector screen fucking TV from back then that would like heat up the entire living room when you turn it on. God, remember how much TVs used to cost too? Like, that's another thing, dude. Like, we're so spoiled now because you just go, like, oh, I need a new TV, $150. I got like a 34-inch or 40-inch TV or whatever. Oh, I want a 50-inch, $200, $250 maybe. You know, you can get fucking cheap ass, really high quality, super thin, light TVs that you can throw around. If you break one, you don't care. You just buy another one. Doesn't fucking matter.
Oh,
back in the day,
VCRs when it
TV was
came
a
out.
big deal. Like having a big fucking TV that was nice and new was like a status symbol. It was like, oh, look at me! You couldn't come to my house to watch the Super Bowl. You know?
Oh, yeah. And it was like they might have a 36-inch TV because that was like huge at the time. It was like a 36-inch TV, and that thing cost like $1,000, dude. When we moved in here 3 years ago, I bought a 75-inch TV. Okay, which we still have. It's fucking phenomenal. I bought a 75-inch TV for $550.
Damn.
75 inches. It's fucking huge.
Well, what VCRs used to cost, you used to pay like between $1,000 and $2,000 just for a VCR.
Oh
when
yeah.
it first came out. And you had a wire to your remote. It wasn't even a radio signal.
Yep.
I remember I had a Discman, which was the CD version of the Walkman.
Yep.
And that thing was fucking cool as shit. But I think it was like $200 for just like a little portable CD player.
Oh, the good old days.
Well, yeah, because the Discman was the first one that got introduced with the anti-skipping technology, so that
Right,
you
you
could
would read ahead.
skipping all over your CD.
Yeah.
Like every other portable CD player had, you know, you'd be like fucking walking with it, and the song would be bumping and skipping around because you're bouncing it off your fucking leg or whatever while you're carrying it.
Dude, I remember getting a CD for the first time and hitting play, and then the thing spins up, and you're like, why is it spinning so fast?
Yeah.
I'm used to record players that spin slowly. Like, it makes no sense that it would spin that. Like, tape players that wind slowly. Why is it going that fast?
Yep. Fucking hell. Ah, the good old days.
Yep.
Album
Does it
spun
have
at 33
auto
and a third RPM.
Remember that auto reverse?
Oh, dude, yeah.
If you had auto reverse on your tape player, you're good to
Yep.
go, man. You never have to
That
you know,
was
bring it out and
in
flip
the
it over.
day.
Let's see. I don't think there's anything else that geek related to talk about this week. I don't fucking remember. Anything else come out? I don't know, man. I've been watching, so I haven't really watched a lot this week because I've been watching. I spent the whole week watching the TV show Limitless, which is like 5 years old, and like everyone remembers the movie from like 10 years ago, Limitless, with Bradley Cooper, where he fucking takes the pill and becomes really smart. So they like did a TV show of it, which I was aware of but had never watched. And I don't remember who it was. Was it you, Corey? Somebody told me it was a really good show.
Well, I've said it before, but I don't know if it was me that.
Yeah. So,
particular
I'm
member was picking
like,
on.
so what happened was like last Sunday or something. I don't remember when it was. I was like trying to find a movie to watch to go to bed, and I was like flipping through one of the fucking streaming services, and Limitless popped up, and I'm like, hey, I haven't seen that movie in a really fucking long time. Let me watch it. And as I'm watching it, I was remembering, wait, they did a TV show that I've heard's pretty fucking good. So as soon as I finished the movie, I was like, I got on F Movies, and I found the TV show, and I fucking watched it. And they did a full 22 episode season. And the thing about it is, it doesn't end on a cliffhanger. It's a complete story. It's 22 episodes. And I guess the end kind of leaves it open. They could have done more seasons, but you can tell it's an ending. You know what I mean? And it was really fucking good.
Do you think the cliffhanger ropes more people in, or is it the complete good story that would rope more people in to the next season?
Well, for me, if I know a show ends on a cliffhanger, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
Like the last episode or whatever?
Yeah, if I know a show got like canceled, and people tell me
it ends on a cliffhanger? Yeah, okay.
It ends on like a cliffhanger because it got canceled or whatever. I'm like, well, I don't want to fucking watch it. I don't want to get into a show that's not going to have a fucking ending.
So that's what nearly happened with Farscape. They left it on a cliffhanger.
Yeah,
They
which,
gave it,
I mean, fortunately, they did a movie to wrap it up. Yeah. But like, you know, they've done that. They've done that with a lot of shit, and so I don't want to watch something that doesn't have a fucking ending. I want a resolution to the characters of the story or whatever, right? And but yeah, that's why I liked this show, because it has an actual ending. Like, it's 22 episodes, which nowadays is a ton, right? Because nobody makes 22 episode shows anymore, right? So there's a lot of story there, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of time. It's 22 hours of television building up these characters and this story, and you get a complete story, beginning, middle, end. It was really good. Like, I really enjoyed it, even though it was just the one season. It was a lot of content. And it was.
I got to roll. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow if you're around.
All right, later, man.
Later, bro.
Later.
You know, the lead guy in Limitless was actually in that movie. The lead guy from Limitless, the show, was in that movie with Bradley Cooper, American Sniper.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was the one that took the round off the ejection port and got it in the neck and face.
Okay, I remember. I haven't watched that. I think I've only watched that movie all the way through once. So, no, I know that dude because he's been in a bunch of stuff. In fact, he was in another show that I was just talking about here a couple of weeks ago called Mrs. Davis. About that AI in the future. It's like a fucking weird show that I can't even really explain.
Oh, yeah.
About an AI that has a nun search for the Holy Grail. Like, it's a weird fucking show. But yeah, the main dude from Limitless is in that. And the cool thing about Limitless was that, like, it doesn't ignore the movie at all. Like, Bradley Cooper shows up in the show multiple times as the same character he was in the movie. The show's main character is a completely different character who also gets a hold of this drug. And this takes place several years after the movie, where now that character, if you've seen the movie, at the end of the movie, he's running for Senate. Well, when the show starts, he's a fucking senator. And he shows up in the show several times as the same character from the movie. And it's just done really, really well. Like, if you ever just want like a good show to watch for a little while that you don't want to invest a whole lot of time into, but you got room to like binge watch 22 episodes over the course of a week like I did, and you just want a cool story with good characters, like Limitless is the way to go, man. It was really good.
Yeah, it's a really good show. And the chick that played the FBI agent, wasn't that Jennifer Carpenter that played Dexter Morgan's sister on Dexter?
Yep, that was her.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of hers at all. I don't think, like, I find her kind of annoying, if I'm honest. She was less annoying in this than she was in Dexter, though, which is good. I also find her incredibly unattractive.
Oh, God, yes.
She's not, and I feel bad saying that, but, like, she's not an attractive woman. She's way too fucking skinny.
Yeah, it's like looking at a walking, talking fucking ironing board.
She looks like a vegan with AIDS. Like, that's how skinny she is. And the fact that, like, in Dexter and all this, like, especially in Dexter, she was like portrayed as like the hot chick. I'm like, really? No, sorry. But no, she was fine in Limitless. Like, her character was good.
Her best acting was when she played the corpse at the end.
Yes.
In Dexter.
Yeah. Dexter, when you're throwing her in the ocean.
I
Spoiler
think she took
alert
some of
from
her lines
12 years ago.
I think she ended up taking some of her lines from White Chicks a little too seriously when she was talking shit about her, like Cellulose Sally and Tummy Tuck Tina.
Yeah, no shit. That's another movie I just watched here in the last couple of weeks that I hadn't seen in a long time was White Chicks. That's a great fucking movie. Funny as shit.
It is. Hold my poodle. Hold my poodle. I'm gonna write a letter.
But yeah, no, I'm just trying to think of anything else I like consumed geek wise. 2 movies and TV shows this week. It hadn't been much. I've just been binge watching. I mean, I did, watch Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and I binge watched Limitless, and that's it. That's really all I've done this week as far as like consuming media. I haven't really watched anything else.
I've only watched John Wick 4.
Oh, what'd you think?
It's not bad.
I think it is the second best one.
I think it could have used a little more story mixed in with the action.
Yeah. I think it's better than 2 or 3. I don't think it's obviously not as good as the original. Nothing is, but I think it's after the first one, it's the next best one. I think they did.
And I like that dude Kane.
Yeah, Kane was cool. A lot of cool characters, a lot of cool action. I loved all the stuff in the hotel. The whole hotel fight scene that lasted like 20 minutes of the movie was great. The top-down shoot room scene where he's walking room to room and shit. Just the way that was filmed was awesome.
Yeah.
The stair scene at the end was great. Like, it was really good. I liked it a lot, man.
What's his name? Donnie Yen. He's always good.
Yeah, he's good in everything.
One of the things that made Rogue One so good.
Let's see. Lele's in the chat says Manifest finally ended. It has an ending, and apparently they cut off a scene that would open up a bigger universe. Oh, so did the second half of season 4 finally come out? Because they dropped the first half last year, and I've been waiting forever for the second half to finally figure out what the fuck is going on. because I've been watching this show for like 3 or 4 seasons, and I still don't know what the fuck's going on. It's a good show. Has anybody in here ever watched Manifest?
Yeah, I've only watched like the first 2 seasons, so. And
It's
from what I watched, I liked.
Yeah, it's I mean, the concept's pretty cool. It's like a bunch of people get on a plane, and then the plane disappears, and then they show back up 5 years later. But for them, no time has passed. It's like they just flew to their destination, and that's it. And then all this weird stuff starts happening surrounding the people who were actually on the plane. And like, one of the things is like there's a kid who, when he got on the plane, had leukemia. When he got off the plane, he doesn't have leukemia anymore, and all kinds of weird stuff. Anyway, it's gone on for like 4 seasons. And Netflix, I think the show got canceled. It was on network TV for the first 2 seasons, and then it got canceled. And Netflix picked it up for season 3 and 4. And so they did season 3, and then they did the first half of season 4 last year. And second half of season 4, I've been waiting for, because that's supposed to be the end. I mean, we knew they announced it was the final season. So I've been waiting. If it's on, I'll fucking watch it. If Netflix has finally dropped it, because I'd like to see the end of this damn show that I've watched for a few years now. So
right.
Well, I saw that F Movies has looks like a cheap knockoff of Meg called the Black Demon.
Oh yeah. I saw that. I mean, I haven't watched the movie, but I saw that they had dropped that. So,
speaking of Dexter, Ledley said that they're probably going to do a second season to the remake, or not the remake, but the brought back version of Dexter, whatever it was called, about his kid.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that, because I wasn't really impressed with the first season. New Blood, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, I watched the first episode. And
I got bored of it really quick.
I don't know.
Me too.
I don't remember. I'll be honest. I don't remember a lot about it. He was in a small town or something. I don't remember. I just remember like not being very interested in the first episode, and I never watched another episode after that.
I did the exact same thing.
He was in a small town, upstate New York.
I got if it's the first episode where we reveal it when the kid shows up and it's like, "I'm your son," that thing.
Yeah, like the kid shows up right at the end of the episode.
After that, it's like, I'm bored.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it did not have the same feel at all, or chemistry, or anything like the original series.
Like I said, I watched the first episode like being really excited. I fucking love Dexter. Even the last couple seasons, which arguably weren't that great. Like I still like Dexter. You know what I mean? I was a pretty loyal fan. But I watched that first episode and I just was not interested at all. Like, I don't know. Because I think the worst thing, as bad as those like last 2 seasons of Dexter were, I think the worst thing they did to Dexter was show him alive at the end. They should have just let it be. Like, he died.
Right.
He's gone. Like, that's it. Just fucking leave it alone. And then showing him looking like a lumberjack in that fucking after credit scene or whatever the fuck it was in the last season. So, like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. And someday I may watch that weird fucking blood origin fucking season of Dexter. I have no idea. Maybe I'll get bored one day and just decide, see if it sucks as bad as I think it's going to. But
yeah, you didn't as much.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're in development. John Wick 4 did so well, they're actually going to do a 5th.
Yeah, I heard that he's coming back, and I'm like, what?
To do what?
Well, yeah, it's kind of over unless he's going to go over to the table.
It's like he's okay. Anybody who doesn't want to hear this, fucking cut out, mute it for about 20 seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1. He died at the end of the fucking movie. Like, he's fucking dead. He like died and went to go see his dead wife. Like, he's fucking dead.
He's buried next to his wife.
Yeah, like, how the fuck is he coming back? Okay, now we're done. No more spoilers. I need like a fucking spoiler thing I can throw up on the screen. I need to do that.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
it doesn't make any sense because I heard the same thing. Oh, he's coming back. What? No.
Is it like the Crow or something?
Yeah, he comes back as the Crow.
Or like that meme, like with RoboCop, the man died and they made him go back to work the next.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Go back to work. Fucking shit. Yeah, I don't know, man.
They did have some G.I. Joe like pre-orders go up this week.
I saw some of them, and the only one I was interested in was the fucking Snowbat.
I got ordered. They sold out fast on like Hasbro Pulse, the bats, but Big Bad Toy Store, they're not exclusive to the Big Bad Toy Store. So, I mean, not exclusive to Hasbro Pulse. I got them from Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah, that was the one I was interested in, but I've got some pre-orders out right now. I didn't order anything.
I hated to do it because they're damn expensive, but went ahead and ordered 2 of the Treble Bubbles.
Yeah,
you can't just buy one of those. You got at least 2. They're $55 a pop.
They look cool as shit, but I'm like, I'm
already getting the Hiss tank. It's like, well, shit. I might as well get me 2 Treble Bubbles.
when are they going to get that fucking Hiss tank?
Later this year. It should be this fall.
I think I've got. What do I have coming? I've got several G.I. Joes pre-ordered that who knows when they're going to show up because they originally said September, but Hasbro this whole year has been shipping shit sometimes months early. So I've got that pre-ordered. I've got some NECA Dungeons and Dragons pre-ordered. I just got an email like 2 days ago saying my No Way Home 3-pack is going to ship soon.
Damn.
I wonder if your Toby had a fit on that.
I don't know. That's a good question. It might now that you modified it. And I probably got something else pre-ordered I don't know about, but yeah, I got too many pre-orders out right now. I was like, I'm holding off on pre-ordering anything for a little while. So, and I got that fucking Flash pre-ordered, that new Flash that McFarlane came out with. Because I'm now got to the point to where with the McFarlane stuff, I'm like, I'm really going to get really, really picky about what I.
Yeah. When he says Flash, he means comic book Flash, not the.
Yeah, comic book Flash, not
weirdo Flash.
Movie Flash.
Because I still trying to like push to keep him on.
Yeah, I gutted like about a third of my McFarlane DC multiverse stuff. You can't see it because my lights aren't working on this shelf, but like there's a lot less of them than there used to be. And
what'd you do with them?
I'm gonna sell them. I'm gonna get rid of them. They're just ones I don't want. So I don't know if I'm gonna probably put them on eBay or something. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. So we'll see. I may post them over on Toy Tubers or something and see if anybody's interested in them because I'd rather give them to somebody that fucking actually wants them than selling them on eBay. But
right.
But, you know the one I'm interested in.
I know the one you're interested in. Yes, I do. Which is weird because that's one that I'm like, I don't know if I want to get rid of him. Because I'm getting rid of all my other Green Lanterns. I already got rid of my Hal Jordan because that figure sucked. I'm getting rid of my Kyle Rayner and I'm getting rid of my John Stewart, which are the only other ones I had besides Parallax. And so I'm getting rid of all my Green Lanterns except for Parallax. But I might still get rid of Parallax. I don't know yet. Because now I don't have any Green Lanterns. But I would like a decent Green Lantern on my shelf, but I don't have one because McFarlane hasn't fucking made one. So I'll be honest, I think I'm going to start focusing on trying to pick up like some DC Collectibles essentials and things like that because I just like those figures better. And their
proportions are really nice. So.
Yeah. And they actually did a really good Hal Jordan Green Lantern that I'd like to get. Is just finding him. Yeah, I've got that one right there. I've got him right there. I've got several of them. I got Nightwing. I got Batman Rebirth. I got Cyborg Superman, Black Suit Superman, Aquaman. I've got a bunch of the DCeased line, which everybody's like, that's McFarlane. No, it's not. It's DC Collectibles Essentials. I don't give a shit if McFarlane was selling them. That doesn't matter. Those are all DC Essentials Collectibles or Collectibles Essentials or whatever the fucking line's called.
You can't really see on the camera, but the only issue I got with these essential figures, I've never seen this on any other figure. There's a pin,
peg hole, yeah.
peg hole.
Yeah, it's weird that they put that there, but like
when your arms are down, you don't see it.
Figures are so good besides that I'm just like, whatever. But yeah, it is weird that they put that ab crunch fucking pin visible through the.
I've never seen it before.
So, I think I'm gonna get real picky with any McFarlane stuff that I pick up. You know.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But
did you?
The only thing that I never got with this, I didn't like about this figure. You should have long hair and no 5 o'clock shadow.
He should have a fucking mullet.
Yep.
It's still a great figure though. I love mine.
Oh yeah.
And then the only thing, and I love.
That's one of the first toy reviews I did. Did really well because this I did a review right when they announced the Mafex. So when people were doing searches, it was recommending my video review of this.
Oh, that's cool. One of my favorite ones is my Nightwing. I love my fucking Nightwing.
Oh yeah,
this thing's fucking great. This is a fucking fantastic. But
did y'all see that? I tagged you and Jared in the full video of that storage unit find with all the fucking
Yep.
Okay.
That fucking thing's great. God, I wish I could get that fucking lucky motherfucker.
Yeah, no shit. He should be having shit up for sale because he has his own auction website where he sells everything he finds.
Yeah.
His tank just says fall 2023. So, but what's cool? It comes with 2 or 3 figures plus a Cobra Commander. It was like the cartoon style Cobra Commander too. So.
I'm still waiting for my Storm Shadow to show up. It was supposed to show up today, and it didn't. I got a Storm Shadow I'm going to do a video on. I finally got a hold of a V1 Storm Shadow that I've been waiting on for fucking ever.
That's what I'm getting.
That's nice. So I'm hoping to get him in soon because I'm going to do he was actually complete, and those V1 Storm Shadows sell for retarded amounts of money. And he's complete, but he's yellowed. So I'm going to do the old peroxide in the sunlight trick to fade him out, whiten him up, so I can finally have a V1 Storm Shadow because I haven't had one since I was a little fucking kid. So he was supposed to show up today, but I didn't get him in today. I did get my my Thor in that I started tweaking. So I got to figure out what to do with him. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm just going to paint it or what. Let me ask you, Jared, what would you do? So on this guy here. So he looks great, and I'm going to swap the arms out. But I don't know if you can tell. You see how much those upper panels stick out? The fucking discs on his chest, because that was part of the cape. And when the cape's on him, it looks fine. But when I've cut the cape off, they stick out a bit. And I don't know if I should try and cut those off and shave them down and re-glue them, or if I should just fucking paint it and leave it alone.
Paint can hide a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, mostly it sticks out now because you can see the red because it was red plastic.
I think once you paint them, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Plus, it helps add a little bit. Adds a little bit of thickness to his chest too.
Yeah. So, and then of course I got to paint over where the cape was embedded in his back.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm gonna smooth that down and sand it and get it smooth before I paint it. But I got all my paint in, but I haven't gotten my thinner yet, so I can't really use it yet. But so yeah, so I'm gonna tweak that, and then I got my my fucking
nice
War Machine in, and I'm gonna do Ultimate Iron Man out of. I gotta take his fucking thing off his shoulder for his shoulder mounted gun because I'm gonna have to cut that piece off. But
I got done on my movie Iron Man figures, all the different Hall of Armors. I got on the bottom shelf. I gotta work on my displays because I gotta quit during like the live streams. I gotta go. Oh, I gotta figure that and go pull it off, and I'll leave them all piled up at the end of my workstation where I work.
And one of these days when you're doing your live stream, you should just point the camera at your display and talk while you sit there and fix your display. People would love to see that.
I've actually been thinking about doing like streams where I'm working on displays.
Yeah, just straightening your shit up and stuff, and then just messing with it. I spent all last night and all today pulling every figure off of these shelves, dusting, which is a fucking bitch, and then I redid some of the displays that I've got, rewired these two shelves right here, and
this would have make your work on your Thor so much easier. This was I think an Amazon exclusive box set, The Dark World.
Oh wow, yeah, that would
the arms.
Cause all I would have had to do with him, basically, other than the paint, is take the cape off and cut that fucking the what you call it off, because he doesn't have like a fucking, what do you call it? I'm blanking. What do you call it? The tails he's got hanging off under his belt.
Loincloth,
whatever. Yeah, there you go, loincloth. Because Ultimate Thor doesn't have a loincloth or anything hanging down below his belt.
Well, even if you want to use the body you got, you can actually just heat and pop these arms out. Same with like the Thor.
Yeah, which would be way easier because I'm going to have to fucking crack this guy open to get.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to do it where it's salvageable. So if I want to use it for anything else, I can. But I've never cracked a torso before. What's the easiest way to do it? Like heat it up before you crack it?
Yep.
Okay.
Look up cracking WWE figures. There's a lot of tutorials on that. It should be similar to that.
Okay.
Just take a magnifying glass and go outside and use the sun to melt his torso in half.
Yeah. I was going to ask you on when you're, because I know you use like what, a microwave and a bowl of water.
Yep.
To heat your stuff up. Like, how well does that work? Because I use a blow dryer to heat my shit up.
Yeah, I use both because once you paint it, you can't use the water. So when I'm taking stuff apart, I don't care about anything because sometimes the water can discolor the plastic, the harder ABS plastics.
Yeah,
but it works great. I just throw it in there and don't let the figure microwave with the water.
How long do you like if you were going to throw this guy in here to soften up his torso? How long would you throw him in a bowl of water?
Like about 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes? Okay. I might try that. I don't know if my wife will be happy that I'm using the microwave for that, but
I got an old
microwave
I don't use for anything. Don't use for food.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get his arms off today or tomorrow and see what I can do, and then get him warmed up so I can pop this dude's arms out. Although I might not put the new arms on yet until I'm ready till I get the torso painted how I want to get it painted. But
not much.
I'm trying to figure out if I want to do anything with his boots because Ultimate Thor has more like leather boots with straps on them, kind of similar to this guy if it was painted different. But the problem is this dude is pinless. Yeah. Otherwise, I was gonna just swap the lower legs and paint them, but then I realized, oh, this dude. He's pinless.
No boot swivel either, are they?
And I'm like, well, he doesn't have boot swivel either. Neither one of them have boot swivel. So, but I can't pop his legs off because he's pinless. Fucking Hasbro.
No dick hinge.
So I may just paint.
I don't think the pinless stuff is for aesthetic reasons, like they say. I think it's mainly to keep us from customizing.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's for.
Bastards.
Because they've attacked customizers before, so.
Because nobody was complaining about pins and joints. Nobody was.
Nobody even knew they even could even make pinless joints.
Yeah, nobody was asking for it. It wasn't a thing. So.
And the pins were so small on Hasbro figures it don't even matter.
Yeah.
Now it's not like McFarlane pins, which are giant.
Yeah. But
why would they hate customizers actually using their products to customize? And wouldn't that mean they would sell more shit? That way they can kit bash?
They didn't like the fact people were making a lot of money off of their IPs they're paying for.
Yeah.
They'd actually would have eBay pull their auctions when it's people selling customs and send the customizers cease and assist letters.
Because they're all about the fans.
Yep.
That's bullshit.
And one of the big toy channels backed Hasbro's decision on that too, like back in the day too.
Who?
JC, like toy Marvelous News.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I don't watch his shit, but I know who you're talking about. No.
yeah, he supported that. It's like really good and rational. It's like he's one too, like trying to say like the Ramen Toys car doesn't look better than the Engine of Vengeance because
Oh
he's
my
sucking
God.
Hasbro's teeth. It actually looks like a car. The Engine of Vengeance looks like a cartoon vehicle.
It looks like a fucking Barbie car painted black. That's what it is.
Yep.
Fucking
He was even
moron.
trying to say it was better than the RC Batmobile.
Oh, what a moron.
He was trying to say it was better than this thing, which is remote control. I can drive around and it's got lights. And this was $100. A big toy company, Mattel, made a car the same size their Hasbro's doing for $100. That's RC, full interior.
Cool.
Yeah.
With lights. But yeah, he's like, oh, it's just cheaper than what Hasbro would have done.
Fucking Hasbro shill.
He absolutely is.
Daniel's asking if you're doing a chat tonight, Corey.
I don't know. It's already 9:30 and we're still going, which I'm fine with, but I don't know.
I don't think Corey's feeling up to it today.
Yeah, I'm still feeling like crap, guys. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, you should be sorry, motherfucker. Fuck you for being
I know.
sick. Fucking asshole.
I know. Shit.
Ruining
Just
my
fucking-
chat. Why don't you
just
think
fucking
about
take me
somebody
out the
other than
pasture.
yourself, Corey?
Take me out the pasture.
Jesus Christ.
I
Anyway.
got what spirit's that, man? I got cirrhotic arthritis bad this week, and the diverticulitis flare up, shoulder locked up, and I broke my pinky toe, and I'm still here. What's going on?
Hey, I'm here
fortunately,
too.
my bronchitis hasn't gotten worse. It's just staying the same as it's been for the last few days. So I'm fine with that. I can still speak, so I'm good.
That's awesome. Too bad Duke wasn't here and sleeping and waking up to that shit.
Yeah,
He's
no
fucking
shit.
had nightmares.
I got to get my. I bought my daughter one of the Jurassic World T-Rexes or something a while back, and it's fucking cool as shit. And she loved it for about 3 days, and then like it just got buried in her room. So I think I'm gonna get it and put it with my Batman display.
Oh yeah, Batman's got that big.
Yeah, he's got the fucking T-Rex in the bat cave. So I think I'm gonna get that and put it in there because she's not fucking using it, and it's awesome looking, man. And it's got fucking it roars and shit. It looks fucking great.
Oh hell yeah!
I regret. I used to have a 2 foot tall one of these. It wasn't as articulated as this one, but I sold it at a con. And it's like hell, I've regretted it ever since I sold it. I got it at Kmart back in the day on clearance.
Jose in the chat saying, "Do you still have your daughter's Naruto pops?" I think that's what you're trying to say. Yeah, actually, I haven't posted them on eBay yet. I've still got them. I got a bunch of. Well, what do I got left? I've got all her pops that she doesn't want anymore. That I'm gonna post on eBay because I don't collect pops or anime stuff. And I've got some of the Bandai. I don't remember what all she has. I think I sold all the Naruto. I sold a lot. She had like 7 Naruto figures, Bandai Naruto figures that I sold all at once. But she still got some like One Piece and I don't know, some other anime shit. I don't know what they are. but they're like Bandai, figures, action figures.
Yeah.
That I've got that I'm gonna sell, but I just haven't posted this stuff on eBay yet. But yeah, she's got some. I'll be honest, I don't even know what all it is. It's like One Piece and Hunter x Hunter and Demon Slayer and My
Yeah,
Hero
Demon Slayer.
Academia are like the pops that she has. I don't know. I don't know because I'm not into that stuff, so I don't know exactly what it is. I've got the stuff over there. I've been lazy. I haven't posted it on eBay to sell because I gotta look up the prices of everything and see what the value is, so I know what I'm going to sell it for. And then because I usually find whatever it's selling for and then sell it for less so I can sell it quick. But I haven't looked anything up, honestly. So
Huh. I just thought of something. The guy that's in the middle of that meme, it's like what we're doing, family. He contacted me on Instagram, and he's been buying some of the shirts I put on with the picture of them and family underneath of it, and sell it like at conventions and show events. I should see if he'll do like a video, like a little clip here at the Collector Express with your family.
Oh, that'd be fucking great, man.
I was talking to my son yesterday, and the topic of anime got brought up, and he started going into all these other different animes and talking about Naruto and Boruto and other shit, and it was just like, like the old cartoons from want. That's all I kept hearing. So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I tried, but I'm like, I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah. I'm the same way. Like if you talk about old anime, I'm fucking right there with you. But all this new stuff that like my daughter was into, like all that shit goes over my head. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't have a clue.
But I tried. I was looking stuff up just to be able to keep up somewhat with the conversation with them, so we'd have something to talk about. But I mean, he was trying to tell me how different things worked and what different things were, and I'm like, I can't picture it because I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna fucking post a bunch of shit on eBay this week because I've got all this time off of work, so I got to get all these pictures taken of all the shit I'm gonna post and post a bunch of this stuff on eBay so I can get rid of it because right now it's just sitting on my fucking desk over there, just like piled up shit. I've got 2 more boxes of McFarlane figures. I think I'm just gonna sell them in a lot because I don't want to sit there and sell them individually. I think I'm just gonna split them up into like groups of 10. Be like, here's 10 McFarlane figures for $100. That's $10 a figure. You ain't gonna beat that shit, or whatever. And just try to get rid of the stuff as quickly as possible. And so, because I'm yeah, I don't know. I went through a period where like I would get like McFarlane puts out really good figures. He's got some genuinely really really good figures. And I think I would I'd buy like a really good figure and I'd get really excited about McFarlane stuff. And then I would buy a bunch more. And then they wouldn't be great figures, but I'm like, whatever. And then another really good fucking figure would come out. And then I'd buy a bunch more. You know what I mean? And it just got to the point, it's like at least a third of the McFarlane figures I had, I just don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
I just don't care. I just they were cheap or I just, whatever.
I've always cherry picked them, so I never was big into the 7-inch line, and I finally started getting basically some of the Superman stuff. And one of my favorite ones is a Superman as Batman.
Yeah, he's one of the ones I'm keeping. I'm keeping all my Superman figures, even though some of them ain't great. I'm keeping all the Superman ones, and I'm keeping a decent chunk of the Bat family ones. I'm getting rid of a bunch of the Batman ones that I've got. Well, I'd say a bunch. I'm getting rid of like 4 or 5 Batman figures just because they're ones I don't care about. They're like ones that I picked up, and I'm just like, I just don't give a shit. It's like when other versions of Bat like that. I had that one version of Batman that McFarlane designed.
Oh yeah,
And I bought it because I was like, oh, cool. And then now I'm looking at it like I don't give a shit about this fucking figure. It's not a version of Batman I give a fuck about. So
I love this Elseworld story too, and so I had to. Plus, they made an excellent figure. He's actually one of the better figures. That's actually in proportion.
Yeah,
you don't have legs like ZZ Top would sing about. Some of their figures have the proportions are weird. Their torsos are short, and their legs are super long.
I'm kind of curious to see what you're actually getting rid of.
I'll show you what I'm getting rid of.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
I'll fucking show you what I'm getting rid of. So I've got it as Wonder Woman falls down behind me. I got it split up into so far 2 lots that I'm going to sell. So I've got what's this dude's name? Batman Beyond. I don't remember.
I can't remember his name. Sonic something other maybe. I don't.
That dude. Cool looking figure.
Yeah.
I just don't give a shit about him. And I got this version of Batman. Looks cool, but it's not Bruce Wayne, and I don't really give a shit about him.
Yeah, it's Fox's grandson or son or something. Lucius Fox's son.
Oh, and then this one, I got the Arkham Batman, except I just don't care.
I got the DC Direct Arkham Batman, and it's way better.
This is actually a really good figure, but I don't like this version of Hawkman from the Black Adam movie.
Oh, yeah.
I guess a really good figure. I just don't care about the character.
I don't understand how they couldn't see they were the bad guys in that movie.
Yeah, no shit. What's his face? Peacemaker. Getting rid of him.
It sucks his weapons pack, his first weapons pack sold out, and he's not made more because the first pack actually had the gun for Peacemaker.
Getting rid of this Batman.
The White Knight.
Just don't care. He came with the 2-pack. I'm keeping the armored version that he was, because I like that figure.
Oh yeah, the Azrael.
Yeah, the Azrael armor. That thing's cool. I like that, and I like Azrael, so I'm keeping that. This Wonder Woman with the mohawk.
Oh yeah, that's a variant.
Okay.
Well, if you look at that woman too, they left paint off her ab section. It's supposed to be skin tone.
And then getting rid of Cyborg because I just don't care about the figure. Getting rid of this one, I'm just throwing in there. Catwoman, movie Catwoman. And then getting rid of blue Wally West because I don't care about blue Wally West. And then
it's a shame they won't release him in his regular colors.
Yeah. Getting rid of Jon Stewart.
I wish they would make regular Green Lanterns as that techie looking suit.
Yeah, I don't like the textured bullshit suit, man. That's one lot. Then this other one I'm getting rid of. Oh, I've got half of Solomon Grundy.
If you get rid of it, I'll take that.
Yeah. Wonder Woman. Great figure. Don't like the movie, though. So, like,
yeah,
I don't have any connection to this. It's a cool looking fucking figure, but I don't really care. Why do I have this? I don't know.
Did you get the motorcycle?
No. I got him on fucking clearance, I think at Target or something, and I was like, oh, get him in there. Getting rid of Kyle Rayner.
Well, that's his modern costume too. So
yeah. Getting rid of this Wonder Woman, the death metal Wonder Woman. This dude's actually really cool. Again, I just don't really have any connection to this character. It's
Blight. I think Blight.
Yeah, it's a great fucking figure. I just don't care about the character. It's a really good figure. Getting rid of this Batman. Is that Future State Batman?
No, I think the other one is Future State Batman. That's
I don't
something
remember.
else.
But getting rid of him.
The Lucius Fox's son. I think that's Future State Batman.
Getting rid of Owlman because I don't care about Owlman. Getting rid of this speed metal Jay Garrick. What else?
It drives me crazy. He won't do regular versions of the characters.
I know. Getting rid of the Arkham version of Green Lantern or Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Getting rid of him.
Not bad looking figure though.
That's a great figure. Getting rid of Bloodsport. Great figure. Just I don't know. Don't want it.
No guns.
I like him.
And then yeah, this is that McFarlane Batman I was talking about.
The super pointy one.
Yeah, that actually hurts if you touch his gauntlets. So yeah, so I'm getting rid of a bunch of them. I'm also getting rid of half of Starro. Actually, more than half. And half. I've got 3 parts to Starro that I'm getting rid of. I've got what else? I'm getting rid of Starro. What are these fucking things? I don't even know what these are. Wait, yeah, okay, never mind. That's so I got like this much of Starro.
Cool.
Which I'm never gonna finish. I got the torso for Batrocitus? Batrocitus. And then I've got this much of King Shark. I'm only missing Polka Dot Man's pieces, which is his center torso and his head. It's a big ass fucking figure, by the way. When he's huge. Anyway, that's what all I'm getting rid of.
Every time I see something related to that character, all I can think of is Dum Dum.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was voiced by Stallone.
That's what I'm clearing out of my collection as of right now. So, because I'm never gonna like those Build-A-Figures. I'm never gonna fucking finish those other figures. I just don't care about. So, it's like whatever, man.
Oh, that's what's wrong. The porn music stopped.
Felt
like it awful quiet.
There we go.
You're right. I didn't even notice.
Vibranium Bicep dropped in the super chat, says, "Hey man, thanks for mentioning Whatnot. I wasn't aware of it and picked up some goodies, comics, and old foreign currency from the 1800s. Very cool, man. Awesome.
Heck yeah, I was the one that turned Matt on to Whatnot.
Yeah, you're the one that told me about it in fucking Tulsa last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. Ledley says, "How much for a used T-shirt? Just fucking with you. Fuck you, fucking psychos out there asking for used T-shirts."
Well, you can go buy some new T-shirts at my store.
There you go. Ledley says, "How much for Kyle right now?" I don't know. That's why I don't want to fucking sell them individually, is because I just don't want to sit there and fucking figure out how much each one is worth. I just want to take a box and go, $100 for 12 figures and some Build-A-Figures. Because that's more than fair. You know what I mean? That's less than $10 a figure. Here you go. I don't want to fucking sit there and sell things individually.
I think that Starro too is like it's in that Target exclusive wave, the Crime Syndicate figures or something.
Yeah. I just want them. I just want them gone, and I want to get a little bit of money out of them. I'm never going to get what I got in them out of them, but like I like to get something out of them. So if I can sell 2 lots, each has like I think 11 figures, and has some Build-A-Figure parts in it. If I can get $100 a piece for those 2 lots, then I'm like, okay, cool. I'll be happy with that. That's way less than they're worth if I sold everything individually. And somebody gets a good deal, and I get rid of it.
Right.
But so yeah, I just want to. I don't know. Because if I start piecing them out, then I'm going to be stuck with some of these figures like Cyborg that I don't fucking want.
Yeah.
Because nobody's going to buy that one, and nobody's going to buy Bruce Wayne in his street clothes. But I can just like throw them in as extra figures. Like, here, I just don't want it. Please take it from me. Please, for the love of God. So, yeah. Anyway, So if anybody wants to buy a lot of figures, then cool. I'll sell them cheap as shit. I just don't want to piece them out like one by one or something. Because then I'll be stuck with some of them that I just don't give a shit about.
My friend Dom, he's sitting on he just found like some of the stuff he hasn't even opened yet. He's got the Space Venom wave from Marvel Legends, and each one of those figures are about like 100 plus each.
Yeah.
Still in the box. It's like, dude, sell those if you don't want to open them. He's never sold anything on eBay. It's like
all right, which ones do you want, Jared?
Oh, we can talk about that offline.
Oh.
It'll definitely be interesting. A few of those though for me.
Yeah, I mean, if you do, it's easier to send them to you than to fucking go through the trouble of putting them on fucking eBay, and then I'll just figure out whatever's left and put it on eBay if you want something.
Yeah.
And I might be convinced to get rid of Parallax. As long as I can find a good Hal Jordan Green Lantern to replace him, because I need a Green Lantern on my shelf. And right now I don't have any.
Yeah, you need a 7-inch scale Green Lantern.
I want the freaking what you call it, the DC Collectibles Essentials. How much are those selling for?
I don't know.
Let's see.
DC Essentials.
$50, $60, 75. Oh, there's one. No, that's not the same one. That's just DC Essentials. 65, 55. And this is why I have not bought him yet. Because that's ridiculous. I cannot spend that much money on one of these fucking figures. Although that's the version I would love to have. I want the DC Collectibles Essentials one. But that is insane prices. Yeah, I can't do that right now.
Sort lowest first.
I would love to have like a full classic costume display of Green Lanterns, like classic costume, John Stewart, Kyle Rayner, Hal Jordan, Guy Gardner, all in their. Has anybody done a classic Guy Gardner in any scale? I mean, I know they did back in the 90s, but I mean, like any of the 6 or 7 inch scale.
Both DC Direct did and DC DC Universe Classics did.
Were those 6 inch scale?
Like Marvel Legends scale, 6.5, 6.25. Let's see. I will show you what I got set up for Green if I can get this to work here. And
you can always just have Jared make you one. Customize it.
Yeah, because I'm sure that's not way more expensive than just buying one for $50. First of all, Jared's shit's going to be like hand painted fucking awesomeness.
Yeah, no joke.
It's going to be worth way more than the $50 I'd spend for this one.
He definitely does some incredible fucking work.
Fuck yeah, he does.
I appreciate it. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this to work, and I will show you we'll mute here, and I'll hook up my
I only
phone.
say it because it's true.
The what? What'd you say, Corey?
I said I only said it because it's true.
Oh yeah, no, his shit's awesome, man. I wish I could afford to have him make me a Prime, because those Primes that you make are fucking gorgeous.
No joke, man. And I can't wait to see what the finished product of that fucking Hulk he's got making for you.
Oh, here we go.
We got multiple Hals I made. Yeah.
Look at that Green Lantern shelf.
That's
look at that Guy Gardner.
Awesome. Dude, that's fucking sweet. That orange dude looked like Slimer from Ghostbusters.
That's what's his name? What's his name? Is it
Gomulus? Yeah, I think.
I can't remember. Yeah, there you go.
Hell yeah. I like that group.
That was a Toys R Us exclusive.
I still need a good Groot. All I've got is Teenage Groot.
Dude, I love the way you got that.
The one with the wings?
Like they're all battling each other.
That's that custom Angel you did, right?
Yep, one of my very first ones.
Those wings look sick. But I love how you have it set up like they're all fucking battling each other.
Yeah. Turn some more lights on.
How many days would it take someone like Matt or I just walking through and looking at every fucking figure you have? How long would it take?
I saw another guy, Gardner.
Oh, yeah. I got empty spot here where the Power Girl will be. My custom.
Hell yeah. Gee.
Best Wonder Woman figure. It's DC Icons with a DC they have a line where like artists style figures, and I painted that one to fit that body.
I like that Martian Manhunter.
Yeah. I'd like to have the silver Captain Atom, but I always keep getting sniped. Obviously, Dark Justice League. Got my Uncle Sam and Earth One Superman.
Was that the Marvel Select Juggernaut back there? Or is that one it?
This one's the Marvel Select.
Okay. That's the one I want. It's the Marvel Select one.
That's the KO. The Marvel Legends on the Hulk body. And that's the Colossus Juggernaut 2-pack. Juggernaut. Black Lanterns. We got the Legion of Doom.
He just fucking puts everybody to shame with his collection.
Hey, there's my Tony Stark.
Which?
That Joker.
Oh.
I did a head swap on him, a little bit of paint, swapped the hands, and that's who I've got a Tony Stark head on him.
Well, that's what I did for this Lex too. The same body.
It's a good solid body to work with, so it works good for it.
There's the Super Friends. I like to got the Wonder Twins, but they cost gold. They cost way too much. Want to pay for Super Friend, the Wonder Twins. Best Harley Quinn figure. DC Icons. There's the MODOK giving everybody the bird. We got a lot of Mo2, which I gotta fix my X-Men shelf. These are the way.
This is why you don't have kids.
Yeah, no shit.
Yep, we got the retro card of Beast. Up here. Then we got.
If he had kids, he'd probably have to keep all that shit under lock and key 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
My He-Man shelf. I put figures that use the same bodies, like the Dark Knight Returns from Mattel's Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. There's a way I put a Gargoyle in there too, and Thundercats. Masterpiece, season 3 Transformers. Love it, Galvatron. There's a Overlord in the back. He's huge. I just knocked somebody in the floor with my ass. It was this dude. He grabbed my bum. Or He-Man. Or movie He-Man. There's more Guardians.
Damn.
Flash villains. The Crime Syndicate. Hella. We got Hydra making an arms deal with Cobra. With my small Icons collection. The Superboy and Damien. Those are like $200 now. Roton. Custom Alondra. Yeah. Classic Custom Rogue. We're going to switch back to the other computer. Oh, Cable's holding the Megatron.
I love that Cable figure. That's my favorite.
Same here.
Legends Cable figure. I've got that one. I've got him like that, and then I bought another one to do a. What is his name? I forget his fucking. I did. When I was putting together my fucking Reavers.
Yeah.
I did that head on him, and then I took my second Cable body and put that head on him.
Oh, nice. I got, where's my Super, let me turn my lights up here behind me. Find my remote. I got Superman variants. All my Iron Man movie armors down there. I got comic book armors over on down there. And new 52s, DC figures, more Transformers. There's a Hulk display, more Hulks up here. There's those big two Megatron and Optimus, more Masterpiece Optimus Megatron collection, more Optimus figures, and Optimus figures.
Nice.
Dragon Ball, more Masterpiece. Or Dragon Ball.
Oh, yeah, I'm just fucking speechless.
And I got another room with stuff too. And there's my other Masterpiece Transformers there. Got big old Mega Supreme. Devastator. I'm good with. I got the G2 Devastator.
Oh yeah.
Masterpiece. It was on a Black Friday sale, and I got that whole set for I think a little over $300 for all 6 bots. And I'm fine with the G2 colors because it looks like Caterpillar yellow.
Yeah.
It looks more like an American. What the green on Devastator makes sense in Japan because their construction equipment's green. Here in America, it never made sense because it's very rarely do you see a green equipment. You do once in a while you'll see a piece, but it's more common there. Our equipment's usually like that off yellow, orangey yellow. So I was fine with actually getting that one, and it saves me like half price.
See.
I'm looking at all his stuff and I'm thinking, okay, I'd like to have a decent Batman and like a decent Spider-Man and a few others, and
yeah.
Oh, I forgot to show all the.
and
Batman
I'd be
variants.
good instead of all these hundreds and hundreds. And
Well, I forgot to show that I got a Batman variant shelf over there too. Then we can do it another time. Well, I got my Superman over here. I got rows of Batman too. And I stubbed my broken toe again.
TC's asking if anybody has what was it? Ninja Turtles?
Turtles. I do have some turtles. I got the my NECA movie ones are still in the box. I don't have it. I need to build some more shelves. And I got the vintage ones still in the card hanging on my wall where I do customizing that.
I kind of want to pick those new ones up that they're selling at Walmart.
Those BST ones, I got those too. I bought all 4. They're actually in good scale. If you like the classic like cartoon turtles, they're in scale with Marvel Legends and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Honda eats dirty ass.
Yeah, I was gonna show this.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
I
was trying to show it. That won't do it. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
yeah, I don't have the lights on right now, but that's a Ninja Turtle shelf.
Oh, nice.
I got to get these lights fucking fixed. They're not well. I got to get a plug for them, but that's them. Well, fuck, I should make the screen bigger. Yeah, it's all dark in here, man. But I don't have a lot.
You blew it up.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of Ninja Turtle shit.
Yeah, I bought the vintage turtle van and the vintage figures when they were on sale at Walmart. Not the biggest turtle fan, but I do like the movie, so I grabbed those.
I like some of them, man. I got my old school metalhead, and then
I kind of choose not to be. I got the Shredder and I got the movie Turtles, the Super Shredder. Kind of choose not to be that big of into them because I collect too much already.
That's too dark.
I want that fucking NECA Shredder.
So I saw DC Essentials Cyborg Superman. That's a good figure.
I got lights on some of these. Little lights, but they fucking look like shit. Except, wait, what's that?
Oh, is it a go-kart?
Is that a Batmobile? I think it is.
I can't see it. It's too dark.
It's too dark.
It's the wannabe Batmobile, according to Jared. He's jealous.
I gotta get these lights fucking fixed. There's a lot of Warhammer shit up there.
Oh, nice.
Again, I don't have enough lights in here. I got more lights I'm gonna put on the ceiling up here.
Mm-hmm.
So that top shelf is lit up.
Oh, I found what's a cool thing to do when you do ceiling lights? Get you like some angled trim pieces that's white. That way you can actually angle your lights toward your shelves.
Oh, that's cool. This is what I have more than anything else is Spider-Man.
Yep.
Yeah, I just want like one decent Spider-Man.
Best Spider-Man, and it's this one right here. The map.
Yeah, that is a nice one.
Yeah, like the $100 one. Yeah.
That's the best one.
I'm thinking more along the lines of like $25 ones.
Man, I got some old Toy Biz shit up here.
Oh, cool! You get the Venom flying.
Yeah,
that's fucking badass.
That's a cool looking Venom.
I've never taken that Moon Knight out of the package.
Wetworks.
Yeah,
I wish somebody would make a 6-inch Legend style Wetworks figures.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I gotta get some lights up there on the ceiling, so because even when these are lit up, you still can't see the ones up top. So, and then you can't see those at all up there. Which this is all the X-Men shit. I suppose you can turn some lights on it. But that's all the X-Men.
Man, I think you about maxed out that fucking room, dude.
And that's all movie shit. And then you get into G.I. Joe and Star Wars. But like I said, I don't have lights over everything yet.
So I pre-orders earlier. I still got a Shipwreck on pre-order I'm waiting on, and R2-D2.
Well, at the TV series Flash figure, that's a highly sought after item now.
Let me get out of
the 90s TV series Flash.
Yeah, I've got all the lights I need to light all this shit up. I just haven't put them up yet. I'll have it done by the end of the week. I got to get lights on my G.I. Joe and Star Wars shelves, my X-Men shelves, and then all across the ceiling, which is just going to be a bitch, but oh well. So. Let's see. Got any more questions out there? Superbad says, I bought all the re-released TMNT fighters and vehicles from Toys R Us before they went out of business. Oh, when they were re-releasing all the shit from the 90s? Yeah, well, our Toys R Us, we had a Toys R Us down here, and they never had shit. And then, then they went out of business.
Yeah. Anything is exclusive to Toys R Us, though. The Toys R Us here was in the city like a half an hour away, and the scalpers would hit before I ever get there. I'd rather find anything. So anytime they made an announcement, oh, it's going to be a Toys R Us exclusive. Fuck.
No, it's gone. There's I almost never find anything local down here. Like, you know,
still Toys R Us still in existence in Canada only, though.
Yeah, they're in Canada right now. Aren't they supposed to be coming back in like?
They got little spots in Macy's, I think.
Macy's, right? Yeah, that's what it is.
It's like basically the toy sections of Macy's now like branded Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Buddy of mine gave me that a long time ago.
What is that? Oh, the bull. Oh, bullet. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, it's he shot in wet newspaper. He was able to pull it out and it perfectly mushroomed.
Nice.
If I can hold it right.
All right, guys. Well, look, we've been going for over 3 hours. I think it is time to go. Yeah.
We can go for a few more hours if I start to go showing up my whole collection. So,
Well, yeah.
but it's kind of a disarray right now. So I've been moving stuff around. So,
All right, guys. Well, that will do it for today. So we're gonna get out of here. Jared's got his chat tomorrow night. Anybody wants to hop on over on that one? And I'm gonna be working on Thor here tomorrow night, probably while we're doing that. Or maybe I'll be working on this one. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever I get bored and decide to fuck with. But
detailing on the Mecha Cyborg Hulk, and should be wrapping up the current Prime.
I'm so excited about Mecha Hulk, Cyborg Hulk, whatever the fuck we're calling him. I don't know.
Yeah, I put a Neil on his belt, so it could be either or.
yeah, Mecha. We'll go with Mecha. Yeah. All right, guys, that is going to do it for today. We will see you guys. We'll back on Never Enough Ammo Monday night, and then we'll be back here for more Geek Chat next week. So that will do it for today. We will see you guys later. Have fun. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we're out, guys. Later.
Hasta luego.
Later, guys.
Later.